I'm also excited. Everyone's excited for this. I'm super excited. This will be cool. We get to know a lovely Frog Vtuber, and I think it's gonna be good. So let's hop to it. Yeah, that's totally a thing, right? Totally. There's going to be some frog puns. I bet I expect some frog puns in this stream from all you guys. Okay, so let's hop to it and see if our lovely guest is ready to get started. They're gonna be our frogging awesome. It's gonna be so frogging awesome. I love it. I love these puns. Go, let's get started, shall we? Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going great. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me. I'm
Of
super
course.
excited. It's the first time I've been in a 3D setting. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, you get interacted with the human over here. So
Yeah. The legendary flesh tubers.
the flash tubers, the RTX on YouTubers.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. We are a former VTuber, just a little bit more higher maintenance that we had to deal with. A little bit more.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
We have to deal with things such as aging and weather not working with you
and food and sleep. Hate those things. So high maintenance on this kind of stuff. But what's it like to be be an anime? I think that's like pretty much the weeb's dream right there, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely a dream, that's for sure. It's I don't know, nothing's ever wrong. Everything's always perfect.
I think it's always perfect.
At least that's what I like to pretend, because that's not entirely true. There's lots of mayhem and things that can go wrong constantly.
What? VTuber scuff is a thing? What? I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I have no idea.
I know, right? I hate it. It happens, it's pretty normal, but I hate when it happens to me. I try my best to prevent it, but it's fucking impossible.
You know what? Everyone's human. In your case, everyone's frog/anime. So everyone could be anything. Nowadays. But everyone makes mistakes. Is the point I'm trying to get. Everyone makes mistakes. Sometimes technology is not our best friend. That's pretty much how it is.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you for coming on my show. This is a little talk show I like to run each and every week where we introduce a new VTuber to come in here, and I just ask you a whole bunch of crazy questions to get you started on pretty much like your long history of being in other talk shows. It's a nice little starter one, but yeah, get used to it.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm ready.
Cool, it's gonna be good. Well, for those of the people who do not know our lovely guest, can you give me a little introduction of who you are and what you do?
Yeah, I'm Neon Harper. I'm a variety streamer / VTuber. I specialize in platformers, RPGs, and everything in between. My goal when streaming is pretty much to just have a chill, comfy time and make people laugh. That's like the biggest thing for me, is just making people laugh.
Now, you don't make people laugh. I've jumped on your streams a couple times before. Actually, that's how I found you. I was just scouring the internet and I found a lovely VTuber, and I didn't really connect the dots for the eyes as the goggles of the frog. I thought you were just a regular VTuber anime person, and then I realized that you're a frog. Yeah. So I was like, oh, I was a little distracted.
Yeah, I try to make it people early on. I posted about my inspirations for my design, and a lot of that had to do with just urban wear and just a lot of things that really represent me and my background, as well as and then once I started kind of picking that, I was like, I need to I feel like every VTuber has they're either a monster or related to an animal in some way or something. And originally I was going to do maybe a turtle, because I really like turtles. I also really like frogs, but I also have, that Western accent, and it comes out sometimes more than others. And I was like, everyone's going to think I'm just trying to talk like Michelangelo from Ninja Turtles. They're going to think I'm doing a bit.
Do your bits.
And so I was like, I don't want to be a turtle. So
I don't want to be a turtle.
yeah, so I went with a frog is my second favorite, which I probably like more now. But one of the huge things for me, I like Digimon. I'm a huge Digimon fan. And one of the main elements for a Digimon protagonist is a pair of impractical goggles that are used as an accessory and not meant to be worn over your eyes.
Never. No one ever uses those.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how the Froggles were invented.
I see. Makes sense. All right. I like it. A little backstory. I think that's actually really cool. Well, we're going to get to know you. We're going to get to know you a lot more throughout these 2 hours plus stream that we'll be doing right now. I'm going to be asking you, and you guys will actually know a little bit more about my show. What I like to do is I'll be asking 15 questions to get to know you a little bit more. And these questions are going to go into like how you first started streaming, to like your body. We're going to talk a lot about your body, by the way, which I'm pretty sure most people got used to by now, talking about your body. Just
yeah.
Also going to talk about your lore, the kind of games you like to play, and some fun knowledge. So it'll be kind of fun.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Also, a little sweet treat I have not told you. I actually forgot to tell you this. We have a spin the wheel right here. I will ask you a random question. The question's all fine, nothing sus, so don't calm down, chat, nothing lewd, you're totally fine. But all these questions are going to just go into a little bit more tidbit of information. It's gonna be nice, fun, it'd be cool. And of course, chat, you guys, yes, Thick, I see your spin, we'll do that in a second. But we're going, you guys in chat can also ask all the questions. This is your time to ask your burning questions you've always wanted to ask to little Harper over here. You actually say little because you actually are kind of small right now. Just realized you're actually pretty small.
I'm small?
You're pretty small. Like how tall are you?
Yeah, my character is like 5'6" and a half, 5'7". Yeah, I try to. Yeah, I know. Some people want me to be taller. I'm tall in real life. I don't want to be tall.
You don't want to be tall. You're done with tall. Cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know what? I've always saw you as like a tall mommy kind of person. Like kind of person. Like Tomo is a girl anime that's hit in the season right now. I imagine you like that size.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't have an official height. I might be a little. If everybody wants me to be a little taller, maybe I'll be like 5'10" or something. I don't have like I've never been drawn by anything, so like there's no comparison. There's no comparison yet, so it's not finalized. I've only been doing this for it's like 8 months now.
Wow, you're only doing this for 8 months? Wow, congratulations!
Yeah,
good job.
Thank you.
Well, you're doing a really good job for 8 months. There you go. Good job. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Wait, first burning question: Cool Ranch or Nacho Doritos?
I have to go with Nacho Doritos because Cool Ranch
classic.
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out.
Controversial right here. Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay, I think overall Nacho Cheese Doritos way better. However, there's every once in a while you crave Cool Ranch and it hits perfect. I feel like Cool Ranch, it has like a strong flavor I don't want to eat all the time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Like this is the classics. I like Cool Ranch whenever I'm like bored of the classic. I want to try something new, but you always have time for the classics, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And then with the thank you of Thick Link, which if you know anything about Legend of Zelda, you know how thick Link is, and this guy's already thicker than that. He's going to give us a nice little question for us. So let's get that started right now. Hello, everyone. Hello. Look, even Harper's multitasking. Look at you multitasking over here.
Yeah, I just want to say hi to everybody. I appreciate everyone coming by.
Yeah, I appreciate it too. It's so good. All right, do you have a favorite dumb joke?
My favorite dumb joke.
Like one of those like dad jokes or just like a funny joke that you like.
This is like the worst thing, favorites. Everybody knows how bad I am with favorites.
You can do it. I believe in you. Maybe the first one that comes in your mind. Go.
I don't ever do dad jokes.
Come on, you got this. You got this.
I don't. How does the joke go?
Would you like me to give you an example of one that I love?
This is so bad. I'm so bad with this. Oh my god, I remember the punchline, but not the actual joke. No. This is so bad. Dude, you froze me.
Dude, this is what I do. This is what I do. I put you on the spot. That's my job. That's my job.
The punchline is I barely knew her. It's like a bear joke. Oh my god. Let us put yeah. Let's do it in typical Neon Harper fashion.
Do opposite, can't remember anything. Work backwards.
Yeah, exactly. That's how my brain is. We work backwards, we clue it together. Chat helps me figure out what the I was trying to say, and then we find it.
Wow. Thank you for the raid. Hello everyone. She's actually a person that I actually interviewed not that long ago.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
Oh. She's a sweetheart. She's one of the sweetest little girls. Thank you for the raise. Hello everyone. Hello. Why don't you introduce yourself again to all the new people who just jumped in?
Yeah. Hi everybody. I'm Neon Harper. I'm a variety streamer, and I'm here today getting interviewed, and I'm frogging excited. I'm a Froggy Vtuber.
Oh.
And let's frog and do this. Except I'm already failing.
Well, you're frogging doing great. You know, I know you're stumbling on the first question of the night, which don't worry, it's all good. Well, that's second question technically. Well, you get a rate, you get a little shout out to. Everyone should check her out. She's adorable, very loving, very cute, very sweet. Definitely check her out. She was in one of my last interviews before. But also, we can't step away from this question that you're having such a hard time with, though. You don't let me think that I forgot about it. So
my favorite joke. I like stupid knock jokes.
Do it. Give me a stupid knock joke. Go for it.
Oh, okay, it's gonna be real bad. Knock.
Who's there?
Who? I'm an owl. I can't say anything else. That's all I can say. Okay. See, I told you I'd give you a really bad one.
There you go. It's good.
You guys wanted to know the worst one. I gave you it.
It looks like chat likes it though. You know? Who? It's like that one. It's like that one joke, that one meme that was going around. It's like, guys, be careful. There's an imposter. There's
with the shark.
Yeah, no. It was like an imposter among us. Someone is disguised, like someone is an owl in disguise, and the person goes, "Who?"
Yeah.
It's like we don't know. We had to figure. Wait a second.
Yeah. I remember that. That was such a good like a trend. It was. Super
it was
funny.
So good. I birched it, but you know what? It's totally good stuff.
Hell yeah. No.
Cool.
That's the name of the game.
You gotta butcher these things. That's how it makes it funnier. Right? Hi, I want to offer a promotion for your channel. Oh my god, we got one.
Oh my god, we're gonna be famous?
Guys, we can be famous. Guys, look, famous. I love it.
Yeah, everybody, the chat knows what to do. The hoppers all got the guns out. That's what we do. We shoot them down.
You shoot them down.
Oh yeah. Glad to see they're all ready to shoot them down.
Cool, let's shoot him down. 3, 2, 1, boom.
Boom. Headshot.
Boom, headshot. I love it. That's cool, I like that. Shoot him down.
No, we shot Harper instead. No, it's because they clicked off. It's okay. Don't worry, I'm here. I'm alive.
Yeah, you're still here. You're still here. Cool. Awesome. I love it. Hey, so, you got another spin. Oops.
Okay.
No.
Let's do it.
Go. Hopefully this is not too difficult.
What we're gonna get?
This is not gonna be as difficult.
As long as it's not a joke, it's fine.
All right. Well, okay. Here's an easier one. My
favorite anime.
Can you do one?
My favorite anime probably overall is going to be. I'm not fully caught up, but I really like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, you would be a JoJo fan. Like
it's really
with your abs big as cut as they are, I could totally see you do like JoJo poses. You know?
Yeah, I'm thinking about because I'm celebrating my anniversary halfway through the year, and I'm thinking about getting like a JoJo pose as like a toggle. I think that'd be pretty funny.
need-
Someone was
you
talking
need
about that in
one.
chat.
You need
Yeah.
one. And then you had like the shadow.
Pillar Man theme.
Yeah, the Pillar Man like
going.
shadow, and you'd be like with the, like, the chiseled jaw and everything like that. I want to see it. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Get that made.
Like-
Get that made.
Hell yeah. But yeah, absolutely. Huge fan of JoJo. I'm still pretty behind. I'm halfway through part 5, so
Okay.
I've got quite a ways through. But it was okay. So I know part 1's pretty weak overall, you know, in comparison. It is the beginning though. It is what it is. Literally, I started it at like 3 in the morning several years ago, and I was like, I have to finish this right now.
I have to.
Like, I'm never like that with anime. I'm never like that.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. I heard, I don't know how true this is, and all the JoJo fans in chat, you guys can light torches and pitchforks and throw it at me, but I thought 3 and 4 is the best ones to start off with. I could be wrong.
Okay.
The season 3
Yeah.
and 4s. Someone
3's
told me
very-
something about that?
Yeah, 3's very popular. You know, it's the most like shonen arc out of all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's very it reminds me of Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't know
Oh.
why. Like the bro dynamic, everyone takes turns fighting.
Yeah. I
That's
remember
the
that.
kind of vibe I get.
I can see that. 2 is best. Give me harem and give me death. I like it.
Yeah,
Ham and
Hamona's
Hamon,
amazing.
Hamon.
Yeah.
Nice. Who's your favorite character in JoJo? Who's your JoJo? Who's your JoJo character?
My absolute favorite is Joseph Joestar.
Joseph.
Absolutely. Second favorite is his son, Josuke.
Josuke Joestar.
Absolutely.
I want to see a cosplay of you with it. I want to see a cosplay. See some
A cosplay with
I
like the
wanna see-
Josuke, like the school like jacket. I don't know what they call the uniform, the male uniform.
Do it. I want to see it. Do it. I would love to see it.
Hell yeah.
Cool. All right, so enough of the spins. We'll probably get some more spins throughout the day. And anyone could redeem it, by the way. I do have a little bit of a timer on it, but anyone could redeem it if you guys want to. Tribute to the stream without asking an actual question. If you guys have questions, ask away. We'll try and get to it the best we can. But I have 15 questions to ask you, so we'll get started with the first question. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool.
Let's frog
First
and do it.
question. Let's frog and do it. I love it. Let's hop to it as well. What made you want to get into streaming in the first place?
So for the longest time, I've always. So as you know, I do like impressions and voices and stuff.
Oh.
I've always kind of been like, during school, I was like a class joker and stuff. I just like
class clown.
making people. Yeah, I like making people laugh, and I wanted to do content creation, but I could never like nail down on it. Plus, I would get super like nervous and stuff. As time went on, I got a lot more like through college doing editing. I got used to hearing my voice. So as much as I get complimented on my voice, everyone hates their own voice,
Well, yeah,
right? Like
100%.
usually.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I had to edit for like some film and editing classes, and I'd listen to myself talk for like hundreds of hours. And I pretty much got like over it. Like I don't care anymore, like at all. I don't cringe. It doesn't faze me anymore. So that was like the huge step. And then I kind of was just a little too shy still. And then I had like 6 or 7 different friends all tell me that I should try being a VTuber. And you know, once you have that many people who are not like collaborating to all convince you at once, I'm like, maybe I should try it. So, and yeah, and so I'm here. But yeah, I was I'm a huge Iron Mouse fan. And that was also one of the other reasons, yeah.
Yeah, Iron Mouse is great. He's a huge inspiration for all VTubers out there, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm glad, because I'm glad all your friends like kind of pressured you in a way to get into it, because you look like you're having fun. You have a lot of people who love to see you and interact with you. So you actually changed a lot of people's lives just for doing that alone. So I think it's a really good idea you did that.
Yeah, I don't regret it at all. I'm having the time of my life. I have a lot of fun.
That's good. I'm glad to hear it. I love stories like that where people like jump into something that they were too shy, that they worry that they're not going to be that popular, or they think that people are not going to like them, and they end up being a really, really fun person to get to know, and you have a community that will always back you up. I love it.
Yeah.
I love these stories. It's so adorable. And also, like, I hear like you might not think of it, and chat, you can also agree with me or disagree. But you like, what's the word? You pretty much show off so much confidence. Like maybe it's the model, but you just show so much confidence when you talk that when I heard that you were like a little shy when you first started, I was like, Harper shy? What? I can't see that. I can't see that. What?
Well, I can confirm though that I've always been a little better with like public speaking.
Mm.
My brain is ass backwards.
Mm.
You know, in college they make you do like a public speaking course. Like talking in front of like 80 people, I have no problem. But as soon as you want me to like associate with like 1-2 people in a room, I'm like, oh shit, this is where I fall apart. Yeah.
That's weird. That is kind of opposite. Some people get really nervous when there's like a lot of people that I talk to, but one-on-ones they're pretty good with. Why do you think that? Why do you think that's the case?
I don't know. I think when it comes to like public speaking, you kind of disassociate a little bit. However, with VTubing, it's different because it's like the opposite. Because during my first stream, even though again it was like a small group, you know, of course, I was like really nervous. And luckily, my friend Boomba, who was one of the people who got me into streaming, because I actually knew a VTuber way before he became a VTuber. That was part of the people who like motivated me. He was helping me, and then I kind of got my ground set. And over time, I know from like the first 2 months of streaming, I kind of like, I don't want to say it was fake or something, but it was like a trying to do the disassociated thing, trying to like try too hard, trying to be too funny, doing like all my voices and stuff, and kind of having like a pressure on me.
Okay.
And then I don't know, maybe like 3.5, 4 months in, I feel like I threw it out the window, and chat kind of just confirmed with me that they just want to chill. And like I kind of like toned it down a bit. I made my voice acting be like redeems instead of doing it myself, unless it's like a real like good opportunity, right?
Okay.
And I kind of just chilled out a bit and just, I don't know, just not, I don't want to say didn't care, but I try to take that pressure off. And ever since then, I feel like it's gotten a lot more personal. It's gotten a lot more comfortable. And at this point now, it's like I literally could be doing something, and then it's time to go live, and I push the button, and like I don't need to hype up or anything. It's just, yeah, I fucking love doing it. I've talked to Chad about this before. It's not that different than what I did before streaming. I used to basically, because I've always loved games. I don't watch a lot of TV. I watch YouTube and stuff, but that's like easier to digest like on the side while you do stuff, you know?
True.
And yeah, and I used to always play games on my free time, talking Discord all day. I'm basically doing the exact same thing, but with all the hoppers. Yeah. And so it's not exhausting, and I'm just being myself, chilling, and I'm having a good time.
Hey, go for it. It seems like you finally you got your groove. You know, you got your groove. You know.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
You have things that you're known for with your voices and all your like auto-tune antics and stuff like that. But then every now and then you just like to have just a chill stream, play some Stardew Valley, and just have some fun while people are just chatting it up and have fun in chat. You know, I think that's a really good balance to have in your streams.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it was a huge thing too is I couldn't say this several years ago, but like now it's a lot easier for me to really like look at myself and see maybe what I can kind of chill out with or do differently, which I know it's really hard for people. I know a few years ago I probably couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. It's hard.
Do you think streaming has helped you like maybe change into a better person, or what do you think? Maybe less
like
shy.
Shy.
Maybe not say better person, because that makes it seem like you were a terrible person before you evil.
Yeah, no, okay, I see what you're saying. Just like better with in terms of like communicating and socializing. I think absolutely. I was kind of stuck with like my small group of friends, which I love. but I never really socialized with much more people than that or anything like that. And so now with VTubing, between talking to all the different chatters and talking to no, that's Hannah. Hannah's just trolling.
I was gonna be like, huh, Hopper. Should we worry about this? Should I like? Oh shoot, like, this is the kind of person I'm streaming. I have to go.
The Geneva Convention can confirm. Streaming made them stop. Yeah, I love Hannah. Hannah's one of my VTuber homies that I've met, who is a veteran in the space. But yeah, no, I've definitely become a lot more social. I made an amazing boyfriend, Indy Dairy, through it. I've met a lot of cool, awesome new friends. I enjoy my friends in the hoppers. We all hang out, and yeah, I'm 100% more social now because of it.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad. Look at you guys. Chat. You helped someone out. Become more of a social person. That's so great. Only 11. This has gone down for the last time I heard. What? Only 11 different countries? Wow. You need to step up your game, Hopper. You need to step up your game, buddy. All right, well, you mentioned this before, so we gotta talk about it. Like, there's no way you can't mention it and freaking not actually give me some examples. You are a voice actor of some way. Can you give me some examples of some voices you can do?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I'm all self-taught. I do yo, what's up, Sans? I'm all self-taught. I'm all like, I've always started doing like just silly impressions, but one of the ones I'm most proud of, which is, as you know, the frog themed. So this is my my frog god.
Adorable. Right? I love him.
Yeah, this is him in plush form. So he is a frog, and therefore his voice, we put on a little echo filter, and when the frog god talks, hey everybody, you know, this is the frog god, or otherwise known as a very Kermit-like voice.
Yeah, I can see it.
So much for having me on your show today, Tricko.
Of course. Oh, thank you. So, as I always pleased to have Frog God himself to dispose his blessings upon us. I love it.
Yeah.
It does actually have a little bit of a slight different like sound than regular Kermit. So it does actually have a froggy smell to it. Okay.
Yeah. And that's what we always like to talk about too, because when doing different voices, you always, like, even if it's like if you look at Mickey Mouse or Kermit the Frog or like even Elmo, right? Like very old iconic characters who have been voiced by multiple people. They all have like a general sound that they hit, but you always hear like a little bit of the person in there. Like it's at the end of the day, it's your vocal box. Like,
true.
And so they don't, some people can. I mean, some people are just crazy as fuck. But most people, you can hear just a little bit. You could tell who that person is, maybe, if you know.
I like it. It's good. It's a good character you put off. Luigi, you're just the little brother. You're just the little brother.
Yeah, they like the I do the Mario and Luigi. Well, I can do kind of like a Mario and Luigi like official, but everybody loves the Super Mario Super Show.
Super Mario
versions.
Super Show. Okay.
Yeah, so like a lot of the time we're playing Mario Party, and somebody like Brad, my friend, he plays Luigi like all the time, and like he's always trying to get a boo to screw me over or something. And I'm like, Luigi, you're my little brother. Why are you gonna do that to me, Luigi? I just want to get known on Twitch.tv so Princess Peach can notice me. I was like, Mario, I'm just trying to help you out, Mario. If you keep donating to her, you're gonna go in debt, Mario. What are we gonna do? Luigi, don't worry about it. We're gonna be famous one day, Luigi.
I love that. That was so good. That's really impressive. That's pretty, and you self-taught. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's all just from listening over and over. Yeah.
Do you try and listen to your own voice every now and then to try to tweak it to make sure it works?
Oh yeah, like if I'm like, so I always forget his name, but the original Sonic from like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. I recently learned that like right before I became a VTuber. And I couldn't nail it. So I would listen to like the what is it called? Like, you know when you go into options and you can listen to like sound test? in a video game, at least in old games. So for Sonic Adventure, you could just hear like all the Sonic sound clips over and over, and I just listened to that on loop until I could finally try to nail it. And yeah, so I do the so when I need to try to get into it, because I still hasn't resonated with me, because like when the voice resonates with you, like sometimes I'll be panicking and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my god, like, you know, it just happens, right? It's just me now. And so for Sonic, if I can't find it, I always there's a Sonic Adventure line where he goes, "Way to go, knucklehead!" And,
Wow, that's
way
really
to go,
good.
knucklehead. What did he say? Fuck, I'm getting nervous or something. I can't think of the line.
Nervous? Don't be nervous.
Oh yeah, way to go, knucklehead. Did Eggman trick you again? But yeah, he's just like, gotta go fast. Remember, kids, stealing candy from a baby is the easiest way to steal candy. What are they gonna do to you, crawl? You know, you just.
I love it. That's so good. That's so good.
Yeah, Sans is saying Monokuma. So have you ever played Danganronpa?
Well, I have. I love Danganronpa, and I think people have mentioned that it's because you can't hear it, but there's music playing in the background, and it's Danganronpa music.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I have it muted so I don't get like distracted.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
But yeah. So there's a famous line they say like every few hours in the very first game, and it's
Good morning, everyone. It is almost 7:30 a.m., which means nighttime is officially over. Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
the bear.
Wow.
Says that, yeah.
Yeah, Monokuma is my favorite. Actually, I love him. He's actually really good. I actually just a Hot Topic had a pop figure of him.
Oh, they have a pop figure?
Yeah, like it's weird. When I was walking by, I was like, "What?" But yeah.
Oh my god. I might actually have to. I have a few Funko Pops. I might have to. Oh my god.
They actually have
actually
a
pretty good too.
pop figure at Hot Topic, and I was like, "Really? That's so freaking dope!" I had to get him. He's one of my favorite characters.
Of course, Monokuma would have merch at Hot Topic.
Of course he would. Like I'm surprised that he didn't have it.
I've got a legal agreement signed with Hot Topic. It is.
Do a commercial. Yes, let's do a commercial. Okay. I'll pose with it. You play as Monokuma and you do a commercial.
Attention, all Twitch.tv viewers. If you go down to your local abandoned mall and enter Hot Topic, you can find official Monokuma merch.
There you go.
Thank you. I bet Monokuma will love that. Thank you, Sans, for the follow. But yeah, no, your voice is dangerous. You can do a lot of things with your voice.
Yeah, I don't because some people have requested like a more deeper like certain voices, and I can do like a few, but not really. I feel like my deepness is kind of like slightly over the middle, and I mostly can go lower. I can't really go higher. Like and it's funny. So this is way older than me. This music, I'm not nearly that old, I promise. But I've always been a fan of like Prince, Michael Jackson, the Bee Gees and stuff. Very high pitched stuff.
Make me feel old now because that's the music I grew up with. So I was like, wait, what?
No.
What do you think that's old? Jeez.
No, I'm sorry. No.
Wow.
I didn't mean it like that.
Jeez, you guys hear that? You guys hear that? Man, I'm getting burned in my own show. Oh my god.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry.
You're totally good. Listen.
But yeah, I used to listen to that stuff from hand-me-downs from my mom, and sing along and stuff, which is a lot higher pitched. And I think it's because of that stuff that I can do like, oh, thank you so much for having me here on your show.
Oh yeah, Mickey, that's a good one too. I like these. You do a really good job. What are the like a few favorite ones that you'd like to pull off?
I like doing the Mickey one a lot because there's something funny about him saying like shit he wouldn't say.
How low scores they got in school. Ouch. Hana's burning Avon.
Oh no. Yeah, Hannah's always full of sass. We love Hannah.
Face sassy.
I love doing that. I like doing again this one. It's funny when I met my friend, like my best friend, for the first time, in like an online game. He said he thought I was like a surfer because when I was younger, I kind of like talked more with the typical Western accent. Like we're talking like some Darman stuff. you know and because of it, I like to fall back into that and do like a 80s Michelangelo, like, it's party time, dude. It's just so fun to do.
That's a good one. That's a good one. You sounded a little bit like you're a smoker. You would
Yeah,
like,
a little bit sometimes. Yeah,
which is good.
You gotta warm up the vocals.
We got warm up. What do you do to help you warm up for like voicing for a long period of time? Do you have like tea? Do you have like water?
See, that's the problem. Is I never
I
never do. So I pretty much just talk. So like, if I'm doing like, this is very rare, but if I'm recording something, then I will try to just like sing along, be loud, make sure I get like, say, a bunch of gibberish and just talk. I feel like that's all I really need to do is just talk. But that's pretty much it. Like, I don't really do. I know there's a lot more proper ways to do like stuff, but again, that's just me being the self-taught idiot that I am.
Nah, you're totally good. I think you're doing a very impressive work. I gotta say, I wish I could do voice acting. I've always like, wanted to, but I could never do it. But I think it's really impressive that you're able to self-taught yourself these voices that I think people would love to wish they could do.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. It's, and I have no idea how to explain like half of it. It's tough. Like, I don't even know where to start telling someone how to do something. Like, for instance, like Mickey Mouse. It's like I don't even know what to tell them. It's like, oh, do you like try to do like the most uncomfortable, like, oh, it's Erwin, hey, but then you like, oh, hey everybody, like you like hold your tongue up, but then you like your Adam's apple, you move it forward a little bit so that it or inward so that it, yeah, you do. That's how
that.
Yeah, you can actually control it. Actually,
what? I didn't
you
know
can.
that.
That's how. Like, have you ever seen people do like where just like a male, non-trans male do like a female voice? Have you ever seen those videos like in VR chat and stuff? No. So there's a lot of people who do it. There's a whole practice behind it.
That's crazy.
Which obviously has been adopted into like trans community and stuff. But it's like if you lean your head back and you could feel, for those of us who do have an apple, and if you could do a Kermit or a Marvin the Martian voice, hey everybody, you can feel it moves backwards. Like, even if it's not accurate, you can feel it move. And so that movement you're doing is causing the airway to get bigger, which gets you into the quote unquote female vocal vocal ranges. And that's how people do it. It's a lot of practice, but yeah.
I bet like 10 of the viewers right now all went back in the chair like, really? Was like, really? Because I've never heard that before. I thought your Adam's apple, like your thing is just there. It's just there. So I didn't know you could do stuff with it. It's like, what? So crazy.
Yeah. So that's the one thing I can't take credit for that I did not teach myself. That was me trying to figure out how to even get into that range and watching YouTube videos. But yeah,
YouTube teaches you a lot of stuff. Like, oh my god, like who needs school?
Oh yeah,
who needs college? Just do like YouTube 101.
Exactly. Whenever I need to do something, that's all I do. I don't even Google it half of the time. If it's like how to do something, I just open up YouTube.
Yeah, you just do it.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's a thing. Could a child literally not have to go to school and learn everything exclusively through YouTube? And how well would they grow up? Homeschool. Like, instead, like they all homeschooled, but instead of like normal homeschooling prep, they just watch YouTube videos of like how to do normal stuff, like ABCs, math, stuff like that. I wonder if that would be possible.
I think you can to a degree in terms of like raw knowledge, but I think in terms of like discipline and stuff, you kind of need that like social construct, I think. Unless your like parents can provide it to you.
I feel like they could. Yeah.
Yeah. I do think social interaction's kind of a little important.
Oh yeah,
even though I don't like doing it.
Like, I think everyone needs, like, least some schooling, like some public schools, you know, like where they
Yeah.
interact with real people. Because there's social cues that you interact with people. Trust me, I work at a video game store where sometimes I only deal with people who do not have social cues or social interactions, and the only time they actually see the light of day is when they come to my store to get a video game. So I am a huge advocate on, at a young age, social interaction with people. So you learn these kind of things.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I know it's really hard for a lot of people, but it is like an important skill that you can't really get anywhere else. Unless
yeah.
like, I don't know, unless you live with like a group of people, I guess.
Oh no, true. Like your family, you have a big family or something like that.
Yeah.
Makes
Mhm,
sense. Makes sense.
exactly.
You know, I still think that's like a thing, but I wonder if people will be able to learn the basics of school stuff, like just the basics, not the social aspect, the basics of school stuff. Just from
I think you
YouTube
could.
alone.
I think you could,
That'd
as
be
long as
interesting.
like, yeah, absolutely. I think you definitely could, because there's basic math videos and everything for
Yeah.
you know, aimed towards like, what is it, like more adults who just didn't have the opportunity to have like education and stuff. So I think they totally could. It just falls on that discipline, but I think so.
True. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, vocal training guys often trade that falsetto, aka
Yeah,
that really
falsetto.
high pitched voice. I wish I could do a high pitched voice. Blah 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 blah. I wish I could do a high pitched voice. But I don't know how. I don't know. I don't have these trainings. I don't know how you guys do these things. You guys are talented, very talented. Well, we got another spin, so let's spin it.
Let's do it.
Thank you for the spin. Explosion. All right, we've been jamming out some music right now, so let's hear from the Harper's mouth. What kind of music do you like to listen to?
Ooh, kind of music I listen to. I am all over the place. I like listening to retrowave, synthwave.
Okay.
So that's like your more like I mean, to people here, right? Everybody knows what that is, but that's more obscure, you know. I do like rap and hip hop and stuff. That's something I've always grown up with. And that'd be like my top stuff, but that I consistently listen to. But I pretty much am open to pretty much everything. The only genre I could say I never truly find myself ever listening to is like country, Billy. I've never really resonated with any of it. But those are like my four main genres. You want to get really niche, there's something called Sailor Wave I used to jam to.
Sailor Wave. That sounds dope.
Yeah, it's literally it's probably not what you think it is. It's literally Sailor Moon wave.
Oh, wait. So
Yeah.
it's just Sailor Moon music.
Well, like in like a retro wave type of way. Like basically like 4 years ago ish, there was like a boom of this like sub genre, and there was like just like a shit ton of like remixes using like sampling through random sound effects of Sailor Moon, or like actual like the theme song remixes and stuff, but using like niche things like transformation sparkle sounds turned into a beat and stuff, and that's why it's called Sailor Wave. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems your community actually knows about it. It seems like, except for Hana. Hana
Yeah.
doesn't know much. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Azir.
Yeah, it's literally basically
so
like
cool.
Yeah, like vaporwave Sailor Moon.
Send me
yeah.
send me like a link to your like Spotify playlist or some kind of song. I want to check it out. That sounds dope. That's really
Okay,
dope.
yeah, the main like person from that was I forget the number that they have at the end of their name, but it's Macross.
Macross. Oh,
was the
is that
main
what it
artist,
is? Is
yeah.
that what it is? Is
Yeah,
that what
Macross 8299. Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say?
Nortania
that.
knows. Yeah,
say
see,
that.
look at that. That's amazing how everyone.
Yeah,
just
your
fucking
your
knows.
team
It's
knows
so
you too
niche.
well.
It's so niche.
It's, I guess,
good,
but I
though.
want to check it out.
It is
I
good.
say I'm gonna save right there. I'm gonna check it out. Cool. I like it. I like it. That's cool. That's cool. I like the kind of music that you guys play into. Do you like techno kind of like rock kind of thing? A video game I keep on like recommending people to try out is called No Straight Roads. Have you heard of that guy?
Oh, I have not.
It's pretty much a game. It's a platformer rhythm game.
Okay.
So you might like it actually. You play as two rockers. One's a drummer, one's a guitar player, and pretty much they're trying to make it into the music business. But the whole music business is all saturated with DJs of like cyber like like dubstep and kind of like cyber music.
Yeah.
Stuff that. So they're trying to beat all the bosses and play their music to become.
Oh, was
the
this
best
a 3D game?
It is a 3D game.
Yeah, it was. It came out like 3-4 years ago, right?
Yeah.
They're all like fun. Like they look like Osmosis Jones. People.
They
They're all,
do
like,
actually,
colorful.
yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to play that actually. I forgot about it.
You should play it. You should play it. No straight roads. Actually,
good.
if you have a friend to play with, you can actually play that in 2-player too.
Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah, I completely forgot about that game.
You should play it.
Yeah,
You should play it.
I remember
If you like the
wanting to play
music,
it. I'll have to check it
they
out.
have really good music, like really good music.
Okay. All right, I'll have to look into it.
Fun fact, chat, you actually listen to one of the songs right now. Just saying. But anyway, let's get into the second question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Cool. What excites you the most about being a VTuber gamer?
What excites me the most? I like getting to experience new things and experiencing new games that I might not have found entertaining on my own. Because there's like certain things, like for instance, what I experienced Undertale recently for the first time. Like I was completely like went in blind to that game, and I ended up loving it. But just like seeing the passion from within like chat, because everybody, Undertale is a huge community. People who love it absolutely love it, and getting like that support and like I actually do like what is it, backseat gaming, as long as it's not like spoiler related. Like if I'm lost, I'm like, tell me where to go. I don't care. Yeah. And it's just fun having that like back and forth with people. It's very reminiscent to which I never got to experience that much in my life, of having someone with you, playing games, in the room and helping each other out. I didn't have a whole lot of that. I had a little bit of it. I can't say I never experienced it, but it was not a common occurrence for me. And I get that kind of feeling with chat and hanging out. And that's the huge thing. I love doing, I'm kind of going on a tangent, but I love doing collabs and stuff, right? I love doing it. But you're very, you're talking with your guest, I mean, you guys are communicating. And so chat kind of gets like left out, because you got to interact with this one person. They're here for that interaction. There's like that common agreement. But when it's just me in chat, I get that like that lovely feeling of just like hanging out with them. We're in the room, we're playing games, and there's a lot of back and forth. And that whole experience, I frog and love it.
Yeah.
And that I would never have gotten if I wasn't streaming.
No, that's actually probably one of the best things about streaming. I think more streamers should try to embrace that, is that you're not just streaming a game just to show people the game. The chat is involved with the game as much as you are, and you guys are all playing it together in a way. You guys are interacting, you're helping, you guys both making decisions. I think there should be more interactions with that.
Oh yeah, and there's definitely streamers who are much more like showcasing, like the more pro gamer or the speedrunning community and stuff. But when it comes to like casual playthroughs, it's like you're figuring it out with them and stuff,
I actually, yesterday I believe, for a little bit, I found out there's this streamer. Only thing this person plays is Metal Gear Solid games. That's all he plays. It's called Outer Haven. And this person, he only plays these games to tell people all the crazy little like tidbit of information. Like, hey, did you know if you did this and this and this, you get a different dialogue option if you call this person? Yeah. And I was so engrossed with what he's saying, because I was like, oh my god, I love this game. I didn't know you could do that. And all I wanted to do is just hear him. Like I would like people will be chatting to him and he would answer the questions, but he really just wants to tell people about the game, which was so cool. I love that.
Yeah, and I get that with chat too, because like again with Undertale, right? Super passionate fan base. And I'm playing it for the first time and people are enjoying the fact that I can relive that for them. And they're like, if you have if you carry the snowball and you walk 2 to the left and go down 5 times and talk to Bob in front of the store, you'll get a free item. You know what I mean? Like this obscure stuff, and it's like so fun because I'm super not a completionist most of the time. Very few games make me want to complete like everything for the most
True,
part. I'm just
true.
like a main story type of gal, you know. And it's fun doing that kind of shit because I would have never figured that out. I would have never seen that.
I see that. I can
So,
see that.
yeah.
You know, I'm the same way. You know, I don't really like to play a lot of stuff. Like, there's games that you just, unless you're like a diehard like fan, I don't really have time to like 100% games. I just don't. So like,
Yeah.
I like streaming it and just play the bare minimum of the story, just so I can get that out there for the people who like to watch me. So I can definitely see that point. Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. I like that. This is really good. I want to see more. I want to see more of those kind of games, especially from you, because I want to see more story-based games. Because I feel like you would be a really good like blind playthrough kind of person. You know, like the first time playthrough kind of like experience. So I would love to see you play games that you're like, oh, I've never heard this game. I'm going to go into it completely first time trying this out, and here's my initial experience and opinions on the game. And I think you would have a really good thoughts on certain games that come out. Like, do you normally just play a lot of like modern and past games, or do you play some of the games that just first came out, like when Elden Ring first came out or something like that?
So I haven't even played Elden Ring. I need to. I want to.
It's really good.
I have a little bit of experience of like I played Bloodborne and I played the first Demon Souls, and then the game got stuck in my PlayStation and my PlayStation blew up. But
wow.
So I never finished that game. But
story's that.
Yeah. So I plan to play that sometime down the line. But yeah,
although you did on PlayStation.
Yeah, exactly. I don't jump. I don't play every game the day they come out. But for instance, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 came out about a month into me streaming, and so I played that like day one as soon as it came out. And I played it for like all weekend. And so there's those must-haves, just like Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem Engage came out like a month and a half ago. Is it already 2 months? Jesus.
It's been 2 months, yeah.
Yeah, and I love Fire Emblem. It's one of my favorite series. And I was like, we're playing this like all week. This is what's happening. So I definitely play some games when they come out immediately, but not everything. So like for instance, RE4 remake's coming out. I want to play that the day it comes out.
Me too. I'm so looking forward to that. Definitely. Okay. Side tangent, then we'll go into the spin really quick. I'm also a huge Fire Emblem fan, so I'm curious.
Nice.
What's your opinion on Engage?
I think honestly, like, okay, it's not the best story. I don't think it's bad. I don't really have qualms with it. I think it's one of the best Fire Emblem games ever. I think honestly, I really like the map design. It's much more traditional. It's like a true successor to the 3DS games. I got kind of vibes to Fate's Conquest, because Fate's Conquest was a really good game because it had like Kaga almost style like map designs. I like when Fire Emblem throws in twists and turns and you have to do different objectives like the older games. Not so much just seize the castle, kill everybody, you know. So I really liked it. How did you like it?
So I'm kind of like with Hannah on this. Like,
yeah,
I fell in love with Three Houses. That like got me really into the Fire Emblem series because I just love the characters. The characters and the story got me so engrossed with the game that I played it all 4 times just to see every single different ending and all the different interactions. So I love that game. And so when I played Engage, I love the combat. They definitely did a really good job with the combat, especially going back to the triangle, like kind of the style of like weapon system. But I just not a single one of the characters was really that likable in my opinion. I just couldn't really get tied into any of the characters, you know?
Oh yeah, it's definitely Fire Emblem. Yeah, Three Houses is a so is that your first Three Houses?
No, so I played Fates first. Fates was my first one, and I played it for a little bit, but then I did kind of get over it after a while. I was kind of like, okay, you know, I'll stop playing it.
Yeah, and that's kind of back to what I was saying. So Fire Emblem Fates, we all love and appreciate it because the game would not exist. No, not Fates. I'm sorry, Awakening.
Yeah,
is a huge savior of the franchise. But it's very dumbed down. All you do is like kill everybody on a map, and then seize a throne. But again, I respect the game because I wouldn't be eating any kind of Fire Emblem if it wasn't for that game. So I have to appreciate it. But it's very basic, and Fire Emblem Engage kind of feels like a proper successor to that game. If you never played, did you play Fates at all? Any of those games?
I did play the Fates. Yeah.
Okay, so like Conquest was pretty good. It had an absolute dog story, but the maps were really good.
Yeah.
The maps were amazing, and Engage, I felt that same thing. Most Fire Emblem games, that's how characters are. There's like the main characters, and then you have like a character from the first cutscene, and they say like they talk, and then they're in your army, but that's like it. That's all you ever hear.
That's all they do.
Yeah. So Three Houses was totally different, and so I totally get like why, because it brought in a lot of new fans. So I get why you would kind of expect that. But Three Houses is like super like out of the norm. It wasn't even made by what is it? Intelligent Software actually.
Really?
It was made by. It was made by what is it? Is it Toei Tecmo? What the hell? Is it people who make Dynasty Warriors?
Wait.
What was that company? Koei
Tecmo?
Yeah, there was like co-developed.
The Dynasty Warriors made the Three Houses?
It's the people who make
Really?
God, what is it? No, it's the fuck, what is it called?
Because I know that they made the Three Hopes, and they also, like made a lot of the Fire Warriors.
Yeah,
they made the Three Houses as well.
It's not the Dynasty Warrior people. It's the show. Oh, God, what's Romancing Kingdom or not?
Romancing of the Three Kingdoms.
So yeah, Koei Tecmo.
Koei Tecmo.
It was developed by Intelligent Systems and Koei Tecmo. Yeah, it was a partnership type of deal.
Oh, okay.
They make a game that's like Dynasty Warriors, but like from a SRPG perspective. It's like Romance of the Three Kingdoms or something.
Huh. I liked it because I'm a huge Persona fan, and I felt like there was a lot of Persona
social
vibes,
links and stuff.
Social links, the social interaction. That's why I loved it so much. It's just like each and every character had a unique, different backstory that kind of made them unique and interesting. And after playing it 4 times, you can show me a picture of one person. I'd be like, oh, that guy is freaking. Like I know exactly what he does, and everything like that. But if you show me the whole roster of Fire Emblem Fates or Fire Emblem Engage, I'm like, that's that one person that does that one thing. Sometimes,
Yeah, exactly.
So
I do like Persona and stuff, but I get exhausted by all the talking. And so Three Houses, I actually only did one playthrough.
I'm gonna judge you very harshly right now, and Chad, you better judge with me. Which run did you go through?
So as a disclosure, there is one other route I respect and want to play. I just haven't had time. But it's all the way, baby. Blue Lions.
All right, cool, awesome.
Until the day I die.
Okay, Blue Lions. Cool. I was the Golden Deer. I did the Golden Deer route. I really like that route.
That's the other one that I want to do because I really like Claude. That's another good. I started it, but then Engage was like around the corner, so I was like, "What to do this another time?"
I was the weird person, and I'm pretty sure I might be the minority in all this. But I pretty much just looked at all the girls that you can romance in the game, and I was like, which house has the best girl? And at the time, it was the blue hair girl that was all shy. Because I always like the shy type in like anime games. So it was the blue hair girl. I forgot her name, like Miranda or something like that. I can't remember. But then I fell in love with
I know who you're talking about. You're talking about the Hilda's friend.
Yeah, Hilda's friend. Yeah, but then I fell for like Lysithea because she has like the most tragic backstory, and I thought she was adorable.
Yeah, Marianne.
Yeah, that's the one I first wanted to get into, but then I went to Lysithea because I just love her backstory, even though she's technically a loli, which does not help me out in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, I liked her. She has a cool backstory. I thought it was really adorable.
Yeah, a lot of the characters have really good, well-written backstory in that game. But yeah, it's totally like totally different than most of Fire Emblems, and that's why I like the simplicity of Engage because it was just all about like the combat and stuff. So it was like huge for me. Well, have you ever played the older games?
I tried because I learned about Fire Emblem when I from a lot of people who first learned about Fire Emblem, and that's with Super Smash Brothers. I didn't know anything about Fire Emblem until I played Brawl, where Ike was involved, and I thought Ike was the coolest person ever, and I named
he fights
him.
for his friends.
Fights for his friends. Yeah, good choice. Actually, good. So I learned from that. So I tried to play the GameCube. I think he was on the GameCube. I think. Like, Golden
Radiant,
something. Radiant Dawn.
Radiance.
Yeah, something like that. And I could not get past the first bout, like the first stage.
Was it because of how crappy it looked, or was it the game?
I think it was the gameplay, because I couldn't understand how the gameplay worked. Because this was the first time I played a game like that. Because my gaming history was me playing Legacy of Kain, Metal Gear Solid, Splinter Cell, Tekken, Mortal Kombat, like stuff like that. Turn-based games I couldn't understand very well. Like I just didn't understand. Like the only one I could have that's like I could do was like Pokemon, because it was super simple. But like I just couldn't understand like how the other strategy games worked until I got older, and then I could play it forever. But I don't know, when I was a kid, I just couldn't really I couldn't sit myself down and just do a turn-based game. It was kind of weird.
I get that, because I don't like the majority of strategy role-playing games. For instance, that's why I like Fire Emblem, because Fire Emblem in its core, especially the majority of the games have the triangle. Most of them actually don't. The triangle wasn't introduced until, God, was it FE6 or 7? I forget. But no, I think it was 6 or 5. But anyways, it wasn't always there, and it adds a rock paper scissors element to it that makes it very, because all you do, right, you equip a weapon, you attack, then that's it, right? Whereas like Final Fantasy Tactics, it's like everybody is kind of like equal power, like the enemies, right? All the enemies, they're about as equal to you. You have skills, you have healing magic, techniques, and all this shit. It's kind of like a normal JRPG, but on a square, right?
Yeah.
Whereas Fire Emblem, it's kind of just like advanced chess when you think about it. And like this unit just does this thing. You attack, put the weapon in their hand, and that simplicity is what made me like really get into it in the first place. This is rock paper scissors when you get down to it.
You're not wrong. Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Maybe it's simplified.
Yeah.
Nice. Like I like it. Well, yeah, no. Fire Emblem, really good series. Definitely need to play more of it. But I think Three Houses will always be like my favorite so far.
Yeah. Can I make a quick plug?
Yeah, do it.
For a suggestion.
Oh.
You need to play Fire Emblem. I never call it by the number, but what is it? It's Fire Emblem 4, Genealogy of the Holy War. It's with Sigurd.
Oh, Sigurd. Okay.
So I really love the Ike games. The Ike games are probably my favorite story. It looks like trash, so like I play it with the animations turned off, but the story is amazing. It's literally just about a mercenary fighting God. It's very JRPG like. But Genealogy of the Holy War is actually the first game to have like the child system.
Okay, cool. I like that. That's interesting. Maybe I'll definitely have to check it out. As long as he fights for his friends, I should be good.
Yeah. No, it's really cool. Like the map, there's actually only like 10, 12 chapters in that game, because the maps are like the size of like 4 maps in one.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Like it actually lets you save because the maps are that big. Like mid-battle.
That's actually really cool. I like that. Maybe
it's
I'll
really
check it out. I appreciate the plug.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we have a spin. It's been a while, but we got a spin. Redacted for the spinning. And I'm doing great, Speedy. I hope you like. We're chilling. We're enjoying our stream. It's really good.
Yeah. Hi, Speedy. Hi.
But we might ruin the stream right now by asking your favorite pizza topping.
I'm easy.
Watch out! Watch out! There is a controversy when it comes to some kind of.
Yeah.
Come on, Mr. Michelangelo.
Dad knows this, including my boyfriend knows this. I hate pineapple on pizza. Okay,
yes!
I'm gonna be real with you.
I love it. Thank you.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Chat knows this. Indy knows this.
I'm the same.
Indy, my boyfriend loves pineapple on pizza. I'm not gonna make fun of you. It's fine. I don't like it. I'm very simple. If I'm getting like a custom not pepperoni pizza, it's white sauce, pepperoni, bacon. That's it.
No, that's pretty good. I like the white sauce. I like the Alfredo too. I do like that.
Yeah, or white sauce, pepperoni, mushroom. I like
Pepperoni.
mushrooms on pizza. Very good.
No, that's just really cool. So here's an interesting thing, for you, is I'm going to guess. I'm trying not to dox you, by the way, so you don't have to answer this. But I guess you you live in the United States.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've had people on my show that literally is from all over the world. Like I've had people from Japan, Singapore,
nice.
Europe. I've had people over. I think I actually had one person from Russia, which is actually really interesting. I had a lot of people over the world on my show, and this question is always a really interesting question because everyone outside the United States loves pineapple on pizza. They really enjoy it. Yeah, they really enjoy it. But people in the United States really don't like pineapple on pizza.
Interesting.
Now,
I didn't know it was popular outside.
It's pretty popular, but it's funny because I had to do a challenge. I did a subathon and someone donated enough subs, and I had to order a pineapple on pizza and eat it on stream, which was disgusting.
Yeah.
I didn't like it at all. The only thing that saved it was that it was a barbecue, like Hawaiian pizza, so it was actually okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I showed the pizza on stream, showing that I'm going to eat this, and my out of state viewers were like, "Why is there so much pineapple on there?" I'm like, "Oh, that's just how it is. Like that's how pineapple pizza's on there." And they showed me a picture, and apparently the pineapple on pizza outside the United States are less pineapple, and they're like dried out, so you don't really taste a lot of the pineapple.
It's like a totally different thing.
Yeah, so I think pineapple on pizza, like I promised a lot of my friends that I'm going to have pineapple on pizza whenever I leave the United States to visit, because I've always wanted to go to other places around the world. You know, I'm a weeb, so I want to go to Japan, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm really curious, like, does it not taste like pineapple? Because the reason why I like pineapple on pizza is because I feel like not only they put a whole bunch of pineapple on the pizza, but also they sometimes drench it with the juice of the pineapple, which is disgusting in my opinion. I know.
Yeah, I mean the thing is I don't like pineapple that much in general. It's okay in like a drink. I'm just not a huge pineapple person in general.
Yeah.
So if it's like a dried out situation, it probably, I'm sure it probably tastes completely different.
I wonder,
Yeah, that sounds more interesting, honestly.
Is there anyone in chat who's not from the United States who can vouch that pineapple on pizza is actually pretty legit, or are you guys all being doxxed right now? You guys are all in the United States. I'm curious. Do you know you have some out of state people?
I do have some international viewers. I think it's about like 70% United States.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I thought you were gonna say outside. I was like, oh, that's actually quite a bit.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let them wait unless they don't want to be doxxed, which I understand. Well, we have another spin from the thick of the links.
Let's do it.
We'll do another spin. All right. Wait, this is easy, simple one. Are you a cat person or a dog person?
I honestly really like both.
Gotta choose now.
If I have to choose, I guess I'm gonna say a cat because I have a cat. So I live alone. I wanted to get a dog 3 years ago, but I ended up getting a cat, which was my first cat ever, by the way. Because if I have a dog, I go to work. I can't leave them alone. They have to be taken out. To the restroom and stuff. So I got a cat, and it's been quite the pleasant experience. He's very needy. He's like my little teddy bear. We hang out. It's nice because I like the attention he wants every once in a while, but then he kind of just goes and does his own thing. Yeah.
I love.
Whereas a dog, whereas dogs, like I really love dogs, but you need to really have multiple people at home, because they want attention all the time.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
What's your cat's name?
His name's Biggs, like
Biggs.
Final Fantasy. Yeah,
Biggs.
like Final Fantasy Biggs. Yeah.
Are you a Final Fantasy fan as well?
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan, but I've played like the vast majority of them. I love them.
Cool.
I'm a huge fan of FF7
Me too.
and FF6 in particular. Yeah.
I like it. That's cool. It's cool. Awesome. So cat person, remember that, guys. Cat person. All right. Let's get into this really interesting topic. Okay. So you are a frog VTuber, am I right?
Yeah. So if you want to get into semantics, I'm a human VTuber who was the avatar of the frog god, like a chosen avatar. So I'm technically just a person. Yeah.
Okay, then. But you are.
But yeah, I'm a human. I'm just a human, but I'm kind of froggy.
A little froggy. The frog's god's prophet. You spread the frog spill. Frog spill?
Yeah, exactly.
Frog spill.
Exactly.
See.
The frog spill.
Well, the frog god did come into our stream and blessed us, so I feel special for that. So I agree. But what do you? So this is the question I was going to ask, because I will say that I don't see many frog VTubers out in the VTuber community. But what do you bring to the VTuber community that helps you stand out a little bit?
That helps me stand out. I feel like overall my design is, because there's I know quite a handful of froggy VTubers. I feel like a lot of them aren't necessarily like super active. But I feel like I'm very different compared to the standard like froggy design. Obviously by like the frog is there, but he's not. It's like I got my powers from the frog, but I myself am like more of like a modern mystical ninja type of look, and then I just have little bits here and there that indicate that there is a frog. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so that's like why my clothes look the way they do. But it's I think that's a huge thing. I don't know if there's any other Bobby Niku frog VTubers. There's not a whole. I feel like there's not like a whole lot of Bobby Niku in general. I mean, I feel like it's more popular in Japan.
True. Froglets. Yeah. Well, what do you think that you like to do? Well, and chat, you can chime in on this and answer this question if you like. What do you think that you do that helps you stand out and maybe make you a little more unique as a human VTuber?
I think the voice. Like the voices. I think that's like a huge thing. A lot of time when I get rated, typically that is like something that grasps a lot of people who necessarily may have like not have interacted right away. As soon as they hear me saying something, I'll usually get complimented. Another thing are the abs. Everybody loves the abs.
Oh yeah, we like the abs. Show off the abs.
You want me to? Yeah, sure. Here we go. There's the zoom in.
There you go, chat. You should thank me for that. That's good for you guys. I know that's the real reason why you came over here, is to see that. Obviously.
Yeah, we have a dedicated ab cam on stream.
I saw the redeems.
Yeah, we have ab pets or ab rub, as well as the actual ab cam where the camera just focuses. Everybody loves it.
Just
gotta
abs.
give the people what they want.
Well, you going back to the other thing you were saying, other than the abs. I know there's other things other than the abs, so we need to talk about it, obviously. I apologize. But you do actually have a really nice voice. I do think that is definitely really good. Now, I was going to say this before, but so people who do not like their voice, by the way, apparently you technically never actually ever heard of your actual voice before. So if you think about it, because you hear the voice in your head, and then you can hear recording of your voice, and then you hear what other people talk about your voice. You technically have never really heard your own voice before.
Right.
So if you think about it, it's actually really interesting to think about, because if you hate your voice, you've technically never really heard of it. Only other people have heard of your voice.
Yeah, because like I don't know the like technology behind it, but like when you record it, doesn't it? It's like mimicking.
Yeah,
it's not
mimics
your
voice.
Yeah,
over the phone, like if you talk over the phone, technically it's not your voice going through. It's just like the technology trying to symbolize your voice. That's why sometimes people sound different than what they actually are over the phone.
Yeah, exactly. And then on top of that, you have to add in the fact that when you hear your voice, even in person, you sound different even to the other person just because you're hearing it from, coming out of your throat. There's much, it's just different.
It's really
as
different.
opposed to carrying through the room.
Oh. I love that meme. That's funny.
Yeah, the thonk.
Like,
Yeah,
oh my god. But yeah, no, like that's just why I thought it was really interesting, because I also, like you and many other people in chat, I never liked my voice. I've always thought I had a really like childlike voice, like it never hit that puberty kind of like thing. But then like you, I did a lot of editing of my voice, and I kind of got used to it, and I actually started liking my voice quite a bit. So it got a lot better as time went on.
Yeah, that's one of the advice. There's a stream where someone was asking about that, and it was like, you just like listen. If you don't want to edit videos and stuff, listen to your VODs. Listen to your VODs and just watch yourself. And like, I promise you, after a while, you get over it. You will get over it, because you just become desensitized. It's just like, I don't know. It's like this weird phenomenon, because like, I never thought in my life I would get complimented as much as I do for my voice. Like, it's one of my biggest tweets actually, is my voice reveal. Like that shit like blew my mind.
Oh.
Yeah, like I was scared, because I got very lucky when I first tweeted like my reference sheet. I got a lot of attention. A lot of people liked the design, and
the abs definitely.
Yeah, that was a big part of it. A lot of people just like the big cis energy and stuff.
You do have big cis energy. You're right. Oh my god.
Yeah, because that was like one thing I wanted to ensure, is like, I knew I wanted to have a female avatar, but I didn't want to put under the impression that I was like, I don't know, like a high school girl or something. You know what I mean? So I definitely wanted it to appear a little older. So I think it was nailed. But it what was I saying? Yeah, so like my reference sheet blew up. I was getting follows and stuff. I was getting really frogging scared, because I was like, I put that I'm a Bobby Niku on there, which means that, I was born, a guy. So, it is what it is. So I have a deeper voice, but it's like, I feel like I'm going to let a bunch of people down, because I don't think a lot of people read bios and stuff. You know what I mean? It's just, it's just, honestly, I mean, I do it myself sometimes, or don't do it myself. And I finally made a post like 2 weeks before my first stream in July, and it like blew up. A lot of people said I sounded hot and stuff like that. Stuff I would never like ever imagine in my entire life. And like, even when you become desensitized to your own voice and accept it, and you're like, okay, not cringing anymore. Like, I can't see myself ever complimenting my own voice. Like, it'll be like, it's good to get over that cringe, because you're like, okay, maybe if I do this, it'll sound better, especially for voice acting. But I never listen to my voice and I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds, people are gonna love that. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't.
Oh man, this is gonna be golden. Abel's gonna love this voice. Oh my god,
yeah,
I can't believe it's my voice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, I think that's just what happens with a lot of people. Like Azur right over here said that he thinks you sound like a nerd. Like, you really don't know what people think of what you sound like until you bring it out there, and you'd be surprised how much people actually enjoy your voice.
Oh yeah, exactly. Because it says a lot about you too. It says a lot about like what you may have watched or grown up with, and because it's when it really comes down to you talking is just you. It's just the voice you're comfortable with. Like, and if it truly bothers you, right? Like, if you desensitize yourself, you're not cringing, and you're listening to your voice, you can improve the way you talk to be. I don't think it's fake. All it is that's just the way you talk the first time. So that's just by default how you talk. It's just like when you look at the trans community, right? Like when you want to do more higher, you want to be more feminine with your voice, and it's all listening to yourself and learning. And anybody can do that with doing, sounding like their ideal person, because it's just who you want to be. It's not fake. You know what I mean? It's just listening to yourself and getting over that helps you finally properly convey how you want to be perceived.
True. I like it. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Piece of information I think you should spread on the internet. I like it. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Cool. So next question I want to ask you is going to be a little bit of a treat for your fans. Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
So a little treat for you guys, so you guys can thank me later. But what are some future games you looking forward to playing this year
Ooh.
on stream?
So
Obviously.
yeah. So one that's easy that we already kind of mentioned was Resident Evil 4. What else do we want to play? I want to play Sonic Adventure 1 and 2.
Oh.
I really want to play that. I haven't played them in a long time. I'm a huge Sonic fan. I'm not the biggest. I like the adventure games, but they're a little janky. So I know with the voice acting, we're gonna have a good time.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen the clips.
Yeah. What else do I want to do? We have our Friday night, our F&F where we play a lot of competitive games.
Oh.
Usually more friendly, like Nintendo-esque competitive games, not like shooters and stuff. I'm looking forward to playing more Mario Party games. So right now we've been playing Mario Party Superstars and Mario Party 3. I've never really played a lot of the Mario Parties.
Oh,
I never had the opportunity to play local with a bunch of people. So like us playing 2 and then 3 on stream were like my first times ever playing it. So we're going to be looking at playing 4, 5, 6. Maybe not some of the Wii U ones because they're a little strange, but
a little strange.
yeah. But I'm looking forward to more of that, and I'm trying. I think we might play Chrono Trigger this year, which is like my favorite JRPG.
Cool. That'd be cool to see. I haven't seen much of Chrono Trigger streams in a while, so that'd be kind of cool to see.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Same here. So another little treat for the fans. Are you looking forward to playing any games with your fans other than like like Mario Party?
Oh yeah. In the near future, me and the Hoppers will be playing Mario Kart again because the new DLC came out. So that's like the big thing. And then I'm thinking, I don't know when, but I was thinking playing Mario Party with especially with the mods and stuff on a stream. So but yeah, and then I'm planning to do maybe a Smash Brothers style tournament with all the Hoppers.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Guys, gotta get your practicing in. Guys, gotta get your practice. Gotta get your mains down if you want to win the tournament. Gotta do it. You gotta knock Hopper off the first round. I get him off. That's how it works, right?
I gotta practice. I have to practice. I haven't played Smash Brothers that regularly in a long time.
Same. I know the feeling. Trust me. Okay, cool. Okay, so then let's go into your body, shall we? Not in the sus way, obviously. We're going to talk about just your model and what's the thoughts that went into it when you were first designing it. You did talk a little bit when we ran off topic quite a bit, which I love. Don't worry. But you did mention a little bit like how you wanted to have that sister energy. You had ninja style, and you had like the frog instead of like the turtle kind of style. What are the thoughts that went into your mind when you wanted to make your design? Your model, by the way, is top notch. Like the way you talk, the way you move, it's really well done. Whoever did your model rigging work definitely gets the props.
Thank you. Yeah, big shout outs to my two mamas, Lulu and Huechi. They both did a phenomenal job. Absolutely. The rigging was I was blown away. I know Mochi Huechi was blown away too. She was really proud of it. So I was happy to be a part of that with her. But yeah, let me zoom out a little bit so everybody could kind of see a little bit more instead of just abs and stuff. There we go. Yeah, so one of the hugest things for me was, again, I come from a more, the urban background. So I wanted to kind of get that off in my design. So hence the, baggier pants, the baggier sweater arms. I really love, I don't know if you've seen this kind of fashion. It's basically Ninja Tabby, sweats. They sell that now. Where they're basically, it's like how my model, where it's baggy sweats, but then it's like tight on the bottom, like a ninja would wear. That's like a modern like clothing thing.
True, but your pants are falling off.
Yeah, they're falling off, but it's because they're so heavy. They're falling off, but don't worry, they're not. The power Frog God makes sure. He makes sure we.
Frog God.
Yeah, Frog God. He's the cameraman. He makes sure we fall under, our proper regulations at all times. So he uses all his powers to make sure
just so that you don't have
move.
any clothing mishaps.
Yeah, exactly. He does his best. That's the most I can ask of him. And then the sweater. So that was that. And then I'm a big fan of shoes. I personally don't have like a shoe collection.
Zoom in on your shoes. The feet reveal, guys. Feet reveal.
Feet reveal. It's expensive to get like fancy shoes, but so I don't have a collection myself. But I wanted to be able to live that a little bit in my model, and so that's why I got those cool kicks. I told you about the goggles. I'm a Digimon fan, so it's an absolute must to have goggles. The hair, I like heavy volume hair, like lots of hair. But then I put it into a ponytail instead, so that it's not everywhere. So you get that cool shape and stuff.
Zoom in.
Yeah, my model has like calyx and stuff, because actually in real life I have a shit ton of calyx. It's annoying actually. Like when you get a haircut and stuff, it hurts. it's not enjoyable.
Trust me, I have one like right here, like right behind my head, and it's so annoying when I go to barbers.
Yeah, I have them like fucking everywhere. Like it's on the back of my head, it's on the top of my head. Yeah, they're painful. After a while, they kind of don't hurt as much, but sometimes it gets cut just that right way to where it hurts you. But what else do I have? I have
also
the pink. Oh, go ahead.
I just wanted to mention, I think you are adorable, by the way. You are so adorable. In the beginning, you bleeped your own cussing. But then as you got relaxed, you kind of like, I don't care anymore.
Oh, well, that's also my shtick, though. I do it like for comedic landing.
Which is good. It threw me off because I've gotten people on my show who like no filter at all.
Yeah.
I'm usually used to it. So when you bleeped yourself, I was like, oh, that's different.
It gets people. I'm actually surprised. A lot of people compliment or lose it over the beep. It's pretty funny. Like a raider will come in and I'll be like, I don't know. I'll be just like, oh, yo, what the just happened? Yep. And then they'd be like, what the hell was that?
What? You got bleeping?
Yeah. I want to get a foot pedal so I could do it more often. Because right now I have to like hit my Stream Deck button. But I do it. It's all just for comedic effect. I just like to be an idiot. I personally I'm very vulgar. I say a bunch of dumb shit constantly. They're just words to me. It's just shit,
here.
Fuck, all those. I blame my mother. My mother has a potty mouth.
Like, I totally okay with it. Like I never had any issues with it at all. I think it's hilarious because like, it was in the beginning you were pretty like frogging and like everything like that. I was like, oh look, they're trying to like be like say so in my stream. That's so adorable. And then out of nowhere you're like, nah, I'm just gonna effing say it. I'm just gonna say it. And it's like, oh snap, go for it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just thought I'd just throw that in there.
Oh no, not a problem at all. I get it. No, it's just I love it when people point that out because I guess not a lot of people do it. But what was I saying? I've always been a huge fan of like green and pink or blue and pink combined together. So I chose blue and pink because the frog that when I thought colorful, right? It's a poisonous frog, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the colorful ones. So what I thought of was some of my favorite Pokemon, actually. So I really like Krogunk and Toxicroak.
Okay.
Are you familiar with them?
Yeah.
So their shiny versions have a very similar color scheme to me.
Oh. That's your favorite.
So that's part of like my inspiration there. Yeah, with the colors. And then this sweater, it was like a fashion. It's still pretty popular, but it was more popular last year. A lot of people typically just have their booba hanging out under it.
Booba.
But, I have a crop top because, I try to not show everything. I mean, I have a button to show it, but, we don't always do that. But
only the special occasions.
Yeah, or I'm just drunk or something on stream.
Oh,
but yeah.
There you go then.
Yeah, yeah. And then we got the lily pad earring. That's just, that's just typical frog stuff.
It's a
And
nice touch because everything else is like pretty same color, but you have accents of neon green, which I like.
Yeah, yeah. And then I have them on my cuffs as well. Yeah. And then the last bit. So this is the only actual. Well, there's the two anime inspired thing, the Digimon goggles, and then I wanted some kind of print. So I actually have two prints. I have clouds on my pants, and then I have like the turtle, Japanese, like scale type of situation on my sleeves. And the way that came to be was when I was talking to the artist, I told them I wanted something as iconic as like an Akatsuki. You remember Naruto?
Yeah.
The Akatsuki, how they have the cloud on their yeah. So I wanted some kind of very simple pattern that would be like iconic, and that's how that happened.
I like it. I like it. I think that's really cool. I think that's really cool. I like your design. I think that's one of the best things I like about you is just your design is very well thought out, and you have some really good things into it. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Now, chat, I want you guys to answer this question before Harper does. What is your favorite part of Harper's design? What's your favorite one? I want to hear what you guys think. I want to hear what you guys think. What's your favorite part of the design? Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I know what the answer is. Oh, the pouty face. You have a pouty face?
Yeah, so my tracking is pretty good. I do
That's adorable.
Yeah, and then I can throw
really
some.
Good. Oh, you blush. You blush. I love the blush.
Yeah. Yeah, the tracking's good. Like sometimes the tongue slips out, but it's not even like me doing a bit. I have actual like tongue tracking. Yeah.
I love it. That's so cool. That's cool. And yet the goggles, very good, very good, very good. The hips, dim hips though. I agree.
Yeah, everybody loves them. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Okay, then now your turn, Harper. What is your favorite part about your own design?
My favorite part, honestly, the goggles are a huge thing that I really like. They're so simple, but it like pops out so much.
Oh yeah.
And the hair was a huge thing for me. I remember when I was first working this design. Actually, it only took like 4 days to come up with. It was crazy, like between me and my artist. Yeah, I was like very specific, and she was able to bring it to life like really quick. It was awesome. But the volume of the hair was a huge thing for me too. I feel like it adds to the silhouette. It's a very I don't know. It's like it's not spiky, but it's got the little curls going. It has a good shape to it.
Like you said,
it balances out.
Like you said, it gives me definitely sister energy, like 100%.
Hmm.
Like when I said Tomo was a girl anime, and you have kind of like that vibe to it. I think of the mom where her hair is kind of all over the place, but she was like really like she still looks young, but she's also very like tough. I feel like you have that like you're very sweet and caring sister, but if anyone tries to mess with the like Oni-chan, they will destroy you. Like, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I always like to joke with everybody because I have a toggle that I never use. Like I have a smiling toggle. It's like, well, no, it's not even smiling. It's happy. And the way it curves my eyes, all of a sudden I become like your typical anime mom. Watch, it's like an animorph. It's from the most simple change. You ready for this?
All right, let's do it. Let's see it.
Look.
Oh yeah, you're right. It does have like the anime mom, like like the tired, you're like tired. You're like the tired anime mom, like oh my god, I've been cooking all day. I can see that.
That's all it takes. Just curve the eyes a little bit.
Curve. The eyebrows do a lot when it comes to expressions. Definitely.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What else can you model do?
What else can we do? I have a few like small toggles. I'm gonna get more for our anniversary, but I showed you Frog God, and then I've got this is how typically people will see me.
Control. Yeah, that's how I met you actually. I met you when you were playing that like frog game actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a fun game. What else could we do? All of my clothing is layered. I can actually turn off every like little.
You should have that one popular toggle where the hands come up on your face. You have like the yandere like happy look.
Yeah, I actually was thinking about getting that for the
anniversary.
Yeah, so basically this, and then now I just need the hand Yeah.
just need to have the
So I
hands
have the
that go
hard
with it.
eyes. I got sparkle eyes. We've got the oh shit.
Oh snap!
And then you turn off the sparkle in your eye, and you're just, what happened?
What
we got the
happened?
happy. We'd be angry.
Mm.
We got the sad. You're
Aw.
scared.
So sad, so sad.
We got the goggles. So the goggles come off, and then you see
Oh.
collarbone, and then everybody loses it.
Abel loses the collarbone? Really? People have a thing with collarbones? Wow.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Wow.
Let's see what else. I have some that are only for like social media posts. Like they don't move. So like,
Other tongue.
or like this one, or this,
Oh, I see, I see.
or like these
Collarbone,
eyes.
oh my god. Indeed.
I should probably use these more often.
Yeah, you should. They're really good. They're really nice. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
collarbone. Oh snap, oh snap.
Yeah, we could turn off the sleeves.
Oh, dang. Now we remove the
Yeah.
collarbone, and then people go crazy over that.
Oh yeah, there you go. We've got this is a more new one. We have sweat.
You have sweat. Guys,
Yeah, we have
guys,
face-
we have the sweat. We have it.
Yeah, sweat has been unlocked. Yeah, we have
That's
face sweat and ab sweat.
Of course, you have
Gotta-
ad sweat.
Yeah, you got to give the people what they want. And then I can make the crop top
Game and girl
disappear.
sweat. Let's go. Let's go.
I could make the black crop top that I have on. I can make it disappear.
Oh.
I won't do that now unless you want that to happen. I have
Sorry-
different shoes,
Sorry, chat. It looks like they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it.
and then I do have like a bikini costume that we use on very special occasion.
Oh. The
then
hot
we
tub
do-
streams. The hot tub streams.
Yeah. And then we do have night vision, but this is something everyone can do after they mess around in VTube Studio. You can turn the lights off.
Oh. Well, you're kind of turning camouflage.
Yeah.
Because
Because of the green screen.
green
Yeah.
screen. But that was kind of cool. That looked pretty dope, right? Like you kind of like turn to a predator mode.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So basically, in actual OBS, when I'm just using transparency, what it causes to do is I look like dark, basically, like the lights are off, except for the certain pieces. So like my eyes and the goggles, and I think the lily pad.
And like the
are still
highlights
lit.
in your hair sometimes, I would say.
Yeah.
I dated a VTuber who had that same style, and she uses it for her just chatting streams, like ASMR streams. And it looks really cool. It looks really cool.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah. Cool. Awesome. Well, that's enough about your body. Yes, I'm sorry. We're going to move on. Let's go
Alright.
into a very controversial question. Now, before that, we talked a little bit about your model, your lore. Do you want to go into that a little bit, or do you think we pretty much summed up that quite a bit?
Yeah, the general gist of it is that I was once a dude who was chosen by the frog god to be his avatar. When he chose me as his avatar, he promised me to go on extravagant and fun, cool ninja missions and do fun ninja stuff. And instead, well, before I get there, then he granted me the powers. I agreed, and I looked different once I had those powers, and it was because my newfound powers granted me an appearance that reflected my inner soul. So that explains the voice and the body difference. Turns out though, all he wanted to do was just have somebody deliver his food, go buy video games for him, because he's just lazy and just wants to play dating simulators all day on his Switch.
True inspiration.
Yeah, so since I'm not busy a lot of the time, I just he figured out, hey, I'm gonna record you playing video games now, and so that's why he's the cameraman.
Okay. You know, making money
Yeah.
off of the anime girl. I see.
So I want to have a funny because sometimes like when I say something stupid or lewd on accident, because I've like a poor vocabulary. Is that the way to say it? I don't have a lot of words in my vocabulary, so sometimes I like say shit that comes off like way more lewd than I actually meant, or like something happens in the game or whatever, and I'll cut to the be right back screen, right, like to make a joke.
Yeah.
And I want to get a screen where it's Frog God and like the camera's on the floor, like it's like a film camera, and he's like he's like stuck. He's like trapped in film. It's all wrapped around him. It says like, "Be back soon." Technical difficulties.
I like that. That's a good one. I want to see that commission. Let's see a commission
Yeah,
like
I
that.
need to get it. Yeah, I need to get it. I've been wanting it for a while.
Well, no. Yeah, the fun is gotcha. You know, you got to get those Genshin waifus. You know, there's some way you have to do it.
Oh God, yeah. I know all about that.
Dude, I'm trying to get Dia right now. Everyone seems to have Dia except for me. Seems like everyone has Dia. So sad.
Yeah, I have her too.
Freaking everyone has her. I don't know why I have not been able to get her.
I mean, you're not missing out on much. Hopefully they fix her. She's so cool.
I did hear that she's not that great, which I don't know. I just love her design. Her design's
oh yeah,
so
her design's
cool.
amazing. When she got
So
announced,
cool.
I said, "Look, everyone, they're putting me in Genshin."
Hey, look,
Impact."
you in Genshin. Yeah, exactly. You need to have the little cat ears. You need to have highlight eyes. You know, you have that cat eyes. You know, yeah, you can do that. You can do that.
Yeah,
But yeah, no,
she's
I
great.
heard him.
Hopefully they fix her.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
heard
lot of people
she's
pissed
having
off.
issues. Somebody tells me they won't because Genshin doesn't normally
Yeah,
do
they
that.
probably won't.
They usually don't.
No.
Especially because right before they released her, we should all have known that it wasn't going to be that like good because right before they released her, they announced that she was going to be put on the standard banner, and everyone was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, huh." They usually don't really do that unless they want someone to not like the 50/50s, you know.
Yeah, and the other thing too is her constellations like boost her DPS by like crazy.
Yeah.
Like I forget like I think C6 alone boosts her damage by 60%.
Yeah, like you want to get her maxed out, but like it'd be kind of hard to, you know, because she's
Yeah, but there's like a lot of issues though. Like there's more developing. Like apparently like her signature weapon, if she's C6, it kind of breaks. Like sometimes the signature weapon buff does not work now because of whatever
really
happens.
Bad. That's really
Yeah, and then her ult is really bad. It's fun to use, but you can jump out of it. You can.
I think I did do that. Yeah.
You can get CC'd. You can get placed in a bubble mid ult. It's weird.
It's definitely situational. Definitely situational. Her knockback attack, and you miss.
Yeah, her like fourth combo hit or whatever. Her second to last combo hit, it pushes people away. So then the fifth one misses.
I don't like when abilities push people away. I like it when they suck them into. That's why I love Animo users because like they suck people into as a group. I don't like people like
that's why
Diluc.
Kazuha's amazing.
Yeah, I love Kazuha. He's my favorite character. But like I hate Diluc because his ultimate pushes people away, and I don't like that.
Right. Yeah. But the thing is at the end.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, yeah, you definitely. I run Kazuha with her. But the thing is at the end of the day though, Genshin Impact is thankfully pretty easy. Like you don't need to like. You really don't need a min-max in that game, thankfully.
Yeah, you pretty much, they already proved that you could probably beat the game with just the 4 free characters you get.
Yeah, which is what's nice about the game. It's basically there for you to have your husbando or waifu. And you can definitely, there's a huge difference, right? If you're running Big Al and his Dendro daddiness, or like Hu Tao C1 versus Dia or what is the archer girl that you get first? What is her name? Is it Ash?
Yoimiya.
No,
Amber.
Amber. Yeah, like there's a huge difference, right, between them and like the S tier gods. But like at the end of the day, to do the content in Genshin, you don't need that at all. You don't even need you don't even need what is it? The correct artifacts, right? You could just get like your main stat that you need, and then that's at the end of the day, like. Anything after that is to just kill shit faster.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. And like all the bosses, if you do it through the story, then not that difficult. Only harder when you actually try and grind for them. That's when they actually got difficult.
Exactly. So which is nice because it's there, but it's a lot of people complain that there's no end game, but that's why I like it because I could play.
Well, it's a live
pretty
service
casually.
Game.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's more to come from it. A lot of the huge satisfaction comes from exploring and stuff. You don't need to. It's not about. Like I used to play Dokkan Battle, like Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, and Fire Emblem Heroes because I love Fire Emblem, but those games like are they're kind of dog shit because they're like like literally like if you get an SSR right January of this year. And then an SSR of the same type comes out in September of this year. That other one now is like literally weaker because like the new content now is designed behind the new ones, so you're like stuck into this like this cycle of needing to roll. And Fire
Yeah.
Emblem Heroes does the same shit too, because like you could train your main character, but you can take like passives and weapons from new characters onto the old ones and Frankenstein them. So at the end of the day, you need to keep rolling. Whereas Genshin, like they survive like on whales alone. Like you get your team,
Big
and if
time.
you're happy, you're good.
You're
You don't
good.
need to do
Yeah,
nothing.
no. I got I got Yai Miko, and I got Ryan Shogun, Kazua,
Nice.
and everyone else. I just like throw in there if I wanted to make it a little bit more spicier. But yeah, you do
Nice.
not need any of those kind of characters. But it's
No,
just so much
exactly.
fun when you get your waifu and you're like, you know.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what's really nice about it. You could run truly like a team that you just want to do and have fun.
Yeah,
That's
No,
what I like about it.
You guys do not have to go meta. You guys don't have to go meta. Just find a character
No,
you
you
enjoy
definitely
and just
don't.
play them. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No, 100%. 100%. It kind of reminds me of like what you were talking about, how you can Frankenstein abilities. It reminds me of Dead by Daylight because I've been playing that a lot lately, and like I'll have a character and I love to play that character, but I found out like the meta of the certain characters you want to play as, some of these metas, you have to like buy other characters, rank them up, and then use their like abilities on your new character. Which like they
Dead
don't
by
have
Daylight?
a role. Yeah, Dead by Daylight. Yeah.
I didn't even know that game does that.
Yeah. So apparently, if you're a killer main, if you're a killer, you have perks that makes your character have certain kind of abilities, and some are unique and different for each and every killer. But whenever you prestige one of them, you can use those perks as individual on other killers.
Ooh.
And sometimes those perks are better on other killers than the one that's originally on. So you can mix and match them.
Oh,
And do
yeah.
different
Fire
things.
Emblem Heroes did that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There's characters who have like passives who get to attack twice, but then they're like weak. But it's like, well, if you take this and you put it on Hector, all of a sudden he's a god.
that's cool.
Yeah.
You need is Kazura. Yeah, no, Kazura is all you need. I got C1's Kazura. I can beat the whole game with just by him.
Yeah, Kazuha is amazing. He was one of my first 5 stars. I legit love him. Like I like his design. I like his play style. Just in general, I like the character. But he is like
favorite character definitely.
He changes like the game. It makes the game a lot more fun, honestly.
Yeah. There's certain characters that like if you have them, you're pretty much done. You don't have to do anything. There's Zhongli. There's Ganyu.
You don't take damage.
Yeah, you don't take damage. Ganyu, you can do all your damage from afar. Kazuha. And I guess you could argue Hu Tao, but I don't know. I think I stuck with Hu Tao.
Hu Tao needs a little bit. I'm a new Hu Tao player because I was waiting for her, and recently she had her banner, and I got lucky. Well, I didn't get lucky.
Wow.
I spent money to get her the first time.
There's no luck. There's no luck. I just spent money.
Yeah, but then I really wanted C1, and then I got lucky. I eventually got her from farming rolls. I didn't have to pay for that one.
Nice,
but it's like that character I feel definitely needs a little bit of work because you have to be near death, and you need to know how to play a little bit. But it's crazy. It's crazy how her damage increases just from C1.
Well, that's why I run her with Zhongli, so I just have the nice shield.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, like those are the 4 characters who's like, if you have that one character, you can pretty much just run that character throughout the entire game, and you'd be set.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Google. All right. I knew we would talk about Genshin. After I found out you like Genshin, I knew we wouldn't have to have a conversation because I love Genshin too. I think Genshin's great. I've forgotten how to dodge. And all right, I forgot how to dodge whenever I have Zhongli on my team.
My favorite waifu from that though, I will say, Yelan.
Yelan is really good. Like with her armpit.
I'm a Yelan enjoyer.
You know, is that what it looks like? Yeah, right.
What was that?
Yelan, her pose.
Oh yeah. There it is.
She's known for it.
When she does her ulti, yeah.
Do I pull it off pretty well?
You pulled it off perfectly. I'm on a delay on the camera, so I didn't see what you were doing at first. Yeah.
Are you watching it through Discord? Is that a delay?
Discord, it's like not working for me.
What?
But so I'm just watching the
Oh,
Twitch
that's
stream.
why. I tried to put it on Discord, but I wonder why it's being dumb. Oh, whatever.
Yeah, no
Discord's
worries,
weird.
no worries.
Discord's weird. The only thing you're missing is her blue hair. Oh, yeah, no, I just need the blue hair, guys. I just need the blue hair. That's all I need. That's all I need. Okay,
Yeah.
so controversial topic I'm
Uh-huh.
going to go into really quick back into, and then we'll move on.
Okay.
I don't care too much about Bennett. I really don't care about Bennett at all.
Ooh.
Yeah, I just
Like as a
character.
as a unit or the
As a
character?
Yeah, he's just unlucky and he's just kind of annoying. Whenever he comes up in story, he just talks about how like, yeah, sorry guys, I like to adventure, but you don't want to hang out with me because it would suck. I was like, oh well, I don't want to hang out with you then. Let me move on with someone else. You know, I just didn't like him as a character, and for this character, I do not like that much. Being the most OP character in the entire game makes me so irritated with him. Because I'm like, I don't want to run him, but I have a riding shogun who can one-shot everyone in the game if I ride him with Bennett. And I don't want to. I just don't like Bennett. I just don't.
Yeah. I have a controversial opinion too. I like Paimon.
You like Paimon? I actually like Paimon
Yeah.
too. I actually have a little Paimon.
Oh,
in
nice.
Toast, a little toast.
Oh,
got it from Anime Expo.
Oh my god, that's cute.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Got it from Anime Expo. It's like the only Genshin merch they had over there.
It's nice. Yeah, I'm not a huge. I'm not crazy about Bennett, but I feel like all the characters, right? They fit like a specific person, right? Like I think Bennett is probably like a highly relatable character for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But so I don't really hate him, but I do. It's weird because Christina V voices him, and she's hot. It's hard to like wrap my head around the association.
No, I love that. Like, well, I like her because the voice is hot, and I just like them for that. You know what? That is such a Genshin thing. Yeah, I like her because she's hot. Like that's all. Why?
Yeah, well, she sounds totally different as him because she's doing more of a boy voice, but it's like this confusing like because she's So Bennett, do you play League of Legends?
Yeah.
Okay. Bennett shares the same voice as Riven.
Oh, okay. I didn't actually know that. Huh.
Yeah.
I don't play Riven, but that's interesting. I did not know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, Riven was one of my favorite top characters, but yeah, it's Christina V.
Cool. Yeah, you would know a lot about voice actors and actresses.
Yeah, you can hear it. Also, Shantae's the same person.
Oh. They have some really good voice talent in Genshin, I gotta say. Like,
oh yeah,
like they have some really good ones. Like I didn't think, like I thought it was so cool. I actually literally, whenever I'm grinding, when I'm streaming, I have it in English, but whenever I'm grinding by myself, I always switch to Japanese because freaking Ayaka is pretty much Kaguya from Love is War, and then freaking Hu Tao is Megumin from Konosuba.
Oh really?
Yeah, so I just like to have them on Japanese. I love him.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out because I haven't used Hu Tao in any other language than English yet.
Dude, she is so adorable in Japanese.
Nice. Yeah, I had the Chinese voices for a while, Japanese for a while.
Okay.
Right now, I've been kind of trying to do more story because for the longest time I didn't do my Archon quest. So because of that, I'm mostly on English just because it's like easier to digest than reading all the time. But yeah, no, I definitely like across all of the languages. Like they have like it's great in all languages, honestly.
I like it. You're right, 100%. They're really great. Okay, not talking about the Tonari conversation. That's a different story. Let's go into a different controversial question. Are you ready to get some controversy going on for you?
Yeah, I'm ready for it every time I stream.
you just going to have controversy? You just deal with controversy whenever you stream?
Not so much now. There's a lot of hoppers now, so assholes get intimidated by that now.
Oh yeah, the guns. No. When I got that person like, hey, you want to become famous, and all your community just pull out the guns, I'd be pretty intimidated too. If I just jumped up there, I was like, hey, you have weird stinky hair, and all your community just has guns on me, I would want to leave too. Like that's intimidating. But this is more on your opinion. So this is your opinion. And this might be outside of stream, but I just want to know your personal opinion of what's your thoughts on the VTuber community at the moment.
At the moment? I think overall it's very positive. I think it's definitely some people like to pretend it's perfect. It's not. No community is.
Mhm.
But I think it's filled with amazing people. It's given opportunities to many people, including myself, to find new relationships and socialize in a whole new way. It's given us it's given people who enjoy let's plays and streaming a niche to find people more relatable to their hobbies, because it's like, right, like if you find like a nerdy otaku, right, it's like it's cool, but but if you see an anime husbando or waifu, like, you go in there, they're gonna talk about anime, they're gonna talk about like anime games and stuff. So it's helped like people who are really shy get into, I feel, be more active in Twitch community than maybe they would if they were watching someone else and stuff.
Yeah, like I definitely agree with that 100%. Like I guess it is really, I don't know, maybe someone can tell me the major difference between watching a VTuber and watching a flesh tuber. But I've had moments where like VTubers will like look at like a chatter and they'll like talk directly to a chatter, and they feel like they are on top of the world. They're like, oh my god, this anime waifu of mine is finally talking to me. But if like if a fleshy tuber like looks at the camera and he talks to the chatter, they get super intimidated. Do you know why that's the case?
I think it's because it's that whole like, I don't use this in like the lewd way, but like that you're like, it's like a fantasy come to life. You know what I mean? It's like, because obviously like you were of quality to like an anime you're watching, right? But like anime is like it doesn't interact with you. It's it's a preset of animation that you watch, but now it's interacting with you. It's like a video game is talking directly to you. So I think that extra like otherworldliness adds to the, oh my god, what is this? Whereas like if you're watching like anyone else, not that they're not special, but it's you're talking to another human being. It's a much more normal experience, I guess.
No, I can see that. I can see that. So, chat, is that what happens when Harper waifu talks to you? Do you go doki doki? Do you go like, oh, snap, your heart skip a beat whenever Harper goes like, oh, hi Indy, how are you doing today? Like maybe a little odd voice with it.
Oh yeah, the chat loves the auras.
Auras.
Yeah, unless there's a redeem going on, I just say ara, because otherwise they might take it for something else.
Well, actually, like not many people have done that much spins near the end of the stream, but we do actually have an ara spin that people can click on. So if you guys hit more spins, there is a chance you might hear ara if you want to. Obviously.
Ooh, there you go. That's all you had to tell them.
Yeah, there is.
There you go.
See, I knew it. I knew that would happen. That's why I had to put. That's why I had to put it on the spin, because some people only do auto-autos unless you get redeems. Some of the auto-autos are really big redeems. So this is why. Why you
mine
come
aren't
to the
too
interviews.
big.
This is why you come into the interviews. All right, but first, before we get to auto-auto, most hated game you ever played?
So, most hated.
Yeah, like a
What
game
was
that
the
you
most
just
like
you just didn't like.
crappy? I feel like I haven't put myself into a position to play like a really awful game. I can tell you a game I did not have fun at all, and I don't see myself ever playing ever again.
Yes.
It's very popular. I couldn't wrap my head around Rocket League. I did not
Rocket
have
League,
fun.
really? Ah.
Yeah,
I
it's
see
like the
that, I see
one
that.
time I played a game and I did not know at all what the hell I was doing. I could not wrap my head around it.
It's really weird. Like the way you have to like move your car around in certain positions to hit a ball. Yeah, it's super weird.
Because you're like, what? I hit it at this angle, at this velocity. I mean, I know most people don't put that much thought into it. And again, I don't hate it. It's just like I legit did not have like any kind of fun trying to play that game.
You're totally right. My game has always been like Get Over It. Like I hate that game so badly.
Yeah.
You know that game?
Getting Over It. That's the where you're like in the bucket, right?
Yep. That's the thing.
I actually want to play that. So
I hate it
so that's
bad.
another thing that it's hard for me to say about getting angry, because I actually played on a whim. I played Jump King for like an hour
Oh, nice.
on stream. And I made it like, I don't know, I made it to like the 3rd or 4th area or something. But chat was like, when is Harper gonna lose it? And I didn't lose it at all. I was just vibing. I don't get mad. I don't get mad unless someone comes in and they're like an asshole.
Yeah.
That's the only time I get mad.
I don't get mad either. I'm pretty chilled too, but that game really got to me because
It got to you.
well, because what happened was that I don't like games that had terrible controls. I just don't like it. Like I want to be able to play a game and play the game properly with the controls. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I still think the game is literally designed to have terrible controls, and that's why it's so hard. Is because it
yeah.
has so terrible controls. But people in chat would tell
Yeah.
me that, oh no, it's the controls are accurate and really good. You just have to increase the sensitivity or blah blah blah. I'm like, no.
Yeah,
that's
no.
not how it works.
I said the same exact thing when I was playing Jump King. I had fun playing it, but I told chat, I was like, I don't care for these games that intentionally like make you jump shitty for like the challenge.
Yeah.
Like that's what it is. Like it is what it is, right? It's a fun game. People like it. That's the whole appeal, right? Is that you're given like the shittiest situation and you're gonna make it to the end. Like that's the whole point of it.
Yep.
But
yep.
yeah.
Yeah, like games like Get Over It, Jump King, and like I Am Toast. Those games are literally designed to have terrible controls, and the challenge is to get through the game with terrible controls.
With that.
But you
Yeah,
can
exactly.
have good games with good controls that still are difficult and you can get pissed off about. That's why I think Dark Soul games, like just from software games in general, are a really good indication of that. Because I feel like the controls for that game is actually pretty good. And usually when you die, you kind of know why you die. You know, you're like, oh shoot, okay, I'm stupid. I did this wrong, you know. I get mad at it, but usually I never really get pissed off in the fact that like the game messed up, you know. There might be like a glitch here and there, but usually I could say that it's not that bad. But with like Get Over It and Jump King, I just get pissed off because like I did it right, but the game just is not designed very well, in my opinion.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
That's my controversial. You know, I just get mad. I just don't like Get Over It. It's not one game.
You're valid. You're valid.
Yeah, I had it twice. One, I just wanted to play it as a sub goal for hitting like I think 300. And I dressed up as Luigi. So I like Luigi. And I played Get
Hell
Over
yeah.
It, and it's funny.
He's the best brother.
He's the best brother. I love him. Also, my favorite color is green and blue, so I'm pretty sure you can tell. Yeah, I totally love him.
That's how I got like my part of my colors. For the longest time, I couldn't figure out if blue and green were my favorite color, and then one day I combined them.
You're like,
I was like, you can just combine them and make teal and turquoise.
I know. It's so freaking awesome. And actually, if you look at, you probably saw it actually because you retweeted it. But my schedule is in like green and blue with like pink as like some of the colors on it. 'Cause I think green, blue, and pink really mesh really well together.
Yeah, exactly.
And it reminds me of old school arcade grounds. Like, I don't know if you guys are as old as I am, but there was arcades in like malls and other places, and the ground, the carpet there, were always like these crazy neon colors with crazy designs. And like, I always remembered the one near my house was always green and blue and black, like neon black, like neon colors with black behind it. And I've always loved those colors.
Oh yeah, nostalgic.
So nostalgic, so nostalgic. All right, cool. So let's end off the stream. Oh, let's end the stream with some really fun questions. Okay, are you ready? We'll do some rapid fire because I'm already going over the time, and I apologize. But you know what? I've been having a great time with this. We've been going off topic, and I'm enjoying every second.
Yeah, it's been all natural. It's been going good. I'm having a good time.
Me too. So let's go into these questions, and you can take as long as you like if you like to. But for the first question is, when you first started streaming, which was like 8 months ago, to compare to now, have you noticed any changes?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I've just kind of chilled out and just truly just have been more like of myself. I try not to think too hard. I realize people they truly just want to hang out with you. They're here for you, and you don't need to try extra hard to be funny all the time. For the longest time, I had this like voice in the back of my head telling me like, come on, Harper, you gotta make them laugh, you gotta put a smile on their face or do something, right? And that's not they're not here for that fake stuff. They could watch it, they go to Netflix if they want. They want the rapid fire comedy. So and so that's like the hugest thing is like I don't even like worry about that anymore. I just get on, I'm vibing, we're chilling.
Yeah, chillin'. I like it. Chillin'. That's good. That's good. I like that. I might use that. Chillin'.
Yeah, we have an emote. It's of I forget his name. It's the chinchilla Pokemon with sunglasses. It's Chinchillin.
I love it. I like that. It's so cool. It's chinchilla.
Yeah, there
that
he
thing.
is. Yeah.
I like that. You know what? I like that. I need that emote. I need that emote. I bet it's up to you soon.
There you go.
All right. What's your favorite video game or video game franchise? You named a lot of them and named a lot of your favorite, but now I want you to narrow it down to your number one. It's gonna be difficult.
My number one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
If I have to pick one that kind of covers like a variety of genre, I'll probably say like Mega Man's a very comfort game for me.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Because like when we were in the Fire Emblem Engage waiting room the night it was launching on eShop, I put on Mega Man X4, and I hadn't played it in like 2 years at least since the collection came out. And there's a little bit of rust for like the first 10 minutes, and then after that it's just like natural. It's just fun. It's like I really like Mega Man X in particular, and Mega Man Legends, and Battle Network. But I appreciate the older ones, the classic ones, but I didn't really like play those until I was much older.
Mm-hmm. I see. That's actually really cool. I like that. Yeah, I didn't expect that with all the other games you were mentioning today. I didn't think Mega Man. But also, when I was looking through your timeline on Twitter, you did seem like more of like a retro style kind of gamer. You like those kind of stuff.
Yeah, I definitely like. I honestly really like modern games, and I do play a lot of modern games. I don't necessarily play a lot of AAA games, especially right now. I call it like Last of Us syndrome. Like once Last of Us, because so one of my biggest favorite franchises is Uncharted.
Okay.
I love Uncharted.
It's really
I think it was a perfect blend of an adventure story, of fun game design, great like story set pieces and stuff that like wow you. And then Last of Us, I totally get it. It's like it's like 70% movie. I get why it's super popular. I played the game myself. I would say it's a good game. I'm not saying they're bad games by any means. But I call it Last of Us syndrome, where it's like you're playing an interactive movie at this point, like most of the time with like, I'm talking AAA games, like the big ones. So I don't hate them. I get why they're popular. I get the immense amount of work that goes into them. I just personally don't favor them personally, but it is what it is.
Nah, I got you. Last of Us syndrome. I can definitely see why. I can definitely see it.
Yeah.
Cool. No, really good. Like the reason why I mentioned that is because like I was thinking to myself, like, what's a game I could just like throw on and just like kind of turn off my brain and just enjoy it and just have fun with it, And I was thinking of games like like my favorite games like Metal Gear Solid, but I couldn't really throw that in the background and just play it because it's a story-based game. I can't do the like League of Legends because that's like an hour-long kind of content. And Genshin maybe I could, but
MOBAs.
yeah, me too. But man,
they're
it's
so
like
time-consuming.
Oh yeah,
I used to play League a lot, and as soon as I had a full-time job, I was like, I'm not gonna go home after being miserable for 8 hours. Because some nights you win a lot, sometimes you lose a lot, and even if it's once a week that you get on and play 3 hours and you lost every game, even if it's only one day a week, it's still a shitty feeling.
Oh yeah,
because then it's like you get home, you lose, you go to bed, and then you lose by working for 8 hours.
I feel like that's adult life right there. That's adult life as a gamer. You spend you get up really early in the morning, you go to work, and you have like a terrible day, or it's like a really slow day, so like your day grinds up, and you go home, you just want to relax and chill, so you drop in the League of Legends game, and you lose all 3 games, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, you're like, I have to do it all over again.
And it's not the game's fault necessarily. Like, I think it's an amazing game. Honestly, if I had more time, I would play more of it. I really like it because it's like a true, like, I never really liked RTSs, but I liked the idea of them.
Mm.
And it really is like you're just playing an RTS controlling one character. It's like as much of a PvP like RPG experience you could kind of like get in a way without playing an MMO. I remember that's how they marketed it because I
Yeah.
actually played League in season 1. I've played that game. I played that game like OG.
Wow.
Yeah. I remember because I bought like the box collector's edition of League of Legends, and on the back it advertised it as like playing MMO PvP without grinding.
Yeah, that's
Like
actually
originally.
interesting. That is actually a
Yeah.
really cool idea. I actually have a quick funny story for you. So when I got introduced to League of Legends, I was in community college, and I would go out of I get out of class and I would go get ready for my next class. I have a friend who will always sit by his other class, and he had way too much time before his next class. He will play games on his laptop. And I always like just kind of mess with him and tell him that, oh, wow, that game looks terrible. Oh my god, like because like he'll play like some really like retro kind of games like RuneScape, and I was thinking it'd be hilarious just to mess with him. One day I went over there and he was playing League, and I was like, wait, actually, that looks actually really cool, really fun. He was like telling me about it. Yeah, you play as a champion, you go into this kind of MOBA kind of world, and you like play around. And I'm like, wow, that's really cool. That's really cool. How much? I bet it costs like $60 or something like that. He's like, no, it's free to play. And that was my first time introduced to free to play games. And I was like, wait,
Oh yeah.
this game is free to play? That can't be right. Like, yeah, no, true. When you get home, and of course, as soon as I booted up, my first character I see on the select screen was Thresh. And
Nice.
that's the first time I ever played the game was when Thresh was introduced, and I thought he was the coolest looking design character I've
Thresh
ever
is
seen.
cool.
Yeah, so I fell in love with League of Legends right off the bat. When that
Yeah.
happened. But have you ever like jumped into a game, never knew anything about it, and you want to play the game because it's brand new, and then you get to the next stage where you want to get good at the game. So you kind of knew, but now you want to get good at the game. But then you get into the last stage where the game becomes a chore because now you know how to play the game, and you just kind of just grinding through it. It's not as fun as it was before.
I've never really experienced that because I have a problem. I have ADHD, and this is why I'm a variety streamer. I get fucking bored of playing the same thing over and over. Even if I love it, right? Like I could love something, but I gotta take a break. I gotta play something else. Like even when so now, right? Because I play MMOs, I still play FF14. I mostly play it because of my best friend. I personally am like a bigger Phantasy Star fan, but like, I would get on, do my dailies all the time, and do that stuff. And now with VTubing, I can't be on top of it because I got other shit I gotta do. And I don't personally mind because even then, when I had the time, I'd be doing it, and then I'd take like half a year off because I'd just get bored. I need to do something else. Yeah.
Makes sense.
So that's why that's another thing. Honestly, streaming has become like a godsend for me because now I have an excuse. Now I could just play because everybody wants to see, they want to see new games and stuff, and I want to see it too. So it helps me. It helps me in the long run because I love playing all kinds of different games.
Cool. I like it. That's actually a really good idea. I like thinking of it that way. Because I had a very interesting conversation with another VTuber after stream, and we talked about something that was actually pretty controversial, but I thought they had a really good like thought on it, and that is they asked the question, and I'll ask you the exact same question. And the question is, what do you want to be known for when it comes to streaming? Because there's a lot of people who are like known for like a certain thing, Like, are you known for doing retro streams? Are you known for playing FPS streams? Are you known for this kind of thing?
Yeah.
For me, I'm a variety streamer, and like you, I get ADHD, so I can't play the same game over and over again. I had to play something new. And sometimes I'll get really hooked on a game, and I'll want to play that one game for a while, but then obviously as time goes on, I want to drop it and do something else. And they told me that, like, yeah, that's good and fun and all, but if you ever want to actually grow as a streamer, you kind of want to find something that you're known for. That's your niche, that's your thing. And like that kind of got me to like lose sleep over a couple of nights because I was like, what am I doing? Like, what am I?
Yeah.
So it's just interesting to think about. Like, you don't have to answer that, but I feel
Oh
like
no,
as a variety. Oh, okay, go for it.
no, absolutely. Like people, I think as a variety streamer, what you want to be known for is like I mean, some people said in chat they like the comfiness, they like how it's chill. You know, I make people laugh at the same time, but it's a nice chill vibe. And so I think as a variety streamer, that's huge. I'm a huge so outside of VTuber, my two favorite flesh tuber streamers are Vinesauce and Joel Varg Skeletor, who's part of Vinesauce. And Joel is a little more hectic, but Vinny, he's very chill. Like he is funny. Like I'm some people have compared me to him because I do like voices like he does, but he's also like really chill. And I used to just watch him all the time because it's the same thing. It's just like he plays whatever he wants to do, but he's chill. And so that's the thing he's known for, because you get that consistent. No matter what you're gonna play, you know you're gonna laugh a little, and you know it's gonna be chill. And I think that's important. And then I totally feel it too. Like I remember one thing that was eating me was on Fridays. I was kind of like, viewership would when again, this is before, because now we have a community, we have the hoppers, like I love it. But when I was first starting out, you know, I didn't really have that community, and Fridays was hard. You know, less views and stuff, people wouldn't be there, it's hard, no one to talk to and stuff, and bounce back. And that's when I came up with the idea of, we call it Friday night fisting, but it's punching fisting, not the other kind. Okay?
I was gonna be like, ayo, ayo.
Yeah. It's we play, and that's where we play like competitive Nintendo games and stuff. And people started really liking that. It's a bit of consistency. You know, I try to keep certain days, like Saturdays, like our VN day and stuff. So there's things for people to expect. It might be a different game all the time, but it's something to expect, because people do like that. Because, you know, at the end of the day, you have to think about like the viewers and what you can do to make them enjoy it. Because I love doing it. I love streaming. But at the end of the day, even if you and your community are tight and stuff, the thing is you know, they want to be entertained, they want to not worry about the problems and stuff. And that was what I was talking about, self-reflection. You have to be able to self-reflect, because you can't, some people like to blame viewers, and you can't do that. It's not their fault.
Never blame the viewers.
You can't do that. You have to be able to look in the mirror and say, what can I do different? Why aren't they there that day? You know what I mean? You have to be, and it's hard. I get it. It's hard to look at that. Because I talked about this with another friend. I know a lot of people don't like to talk about it, but at the end of the day, even if you are having fun doing it, in order to make it, you know, able to last long, you have to be able to look at it like an adult in the long term. Because if you don't do that, then, you know, it's not gonna go anywhere. You know. Yeah. So I get it. Sorry, I went on a tangent.
Go for it. I think everyone's like writing this down like really intensely. It's oh my god. No, it's really good. Yeah. You have a really good point of view on that, and I like that. It's really good to think about. Hey, Owl, hello, and hello, Will, hello. And
hello.
Some of my community is now coming in, because this is usually around the time I stream anyway. So my community come in. Hello,
nice,
good man.
Nice.
Harper is our guest for today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, what's up, everyone? I'm Neon Harper. I'm a variety streamer / VTuber. I like doing funny voices and being chill. We hang out and we just shoot the shit every day. Can I compliment their tummy? Yeah. Should we do the tummy cam?
Yeah, do the tummy cam.
Okay.
I bet people love that. Like the abs.
So on my stream, I have a camera that shifts to this instead of having to do all this awkwardness. But yeah, there you go. That's the tummy that everyone loves. You have to remember, there's a face on this tummy.
Yeah.
That's what I always tell them.
Abs rubs. Oh, explosion.
Yeah, we have ab rub redeem. Yep.
I love it. Cool. I love it. And don't forget, we actually had to stretch and hydrate. So, Harper, you need to stretch and hydrate as well.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my God.
I just love the tummy. Yeah, no. Harper is known for a lot of really great things: being comfy, being chill, very, very, very lovely voice. You know, very good design, but also the abs. Definitely the abs. The abs are very, very
people
grabby.
I think part of it too is because I don't show booba, so it helps. It like It's that bit of it's that little bit that they see.
We need
and so
some
it
lewd.
becomes,
We need some lewd.
it becomes even more, yeah. Because that's the thing. You know, I'm being interviewed, so I have to just be completely honest. You know, obviously, born male, I'd rather look like this, but it is what it is. But when I designed the clothes for my avatar, I didn't want to just be poster girl. I wanted to be, these are clothes that I wear / want to wear. You know what I mean? I wanted to dress myself, I guess appropriately is the word. You know what I mean? Not just for, here's the booba window. You know what I mean?
Booba window, go.
Yeah.
No, I trust me. I looked through some of your, like, when I was looking through your Twitter. One of the things that like is like, oh my god, this is really well made, was the one that's moving. Are you like sitting on a couch? Are you sitting on your bed and like playing a video game, and like?
Oh yes, that was a So that's the
this
most lewd art I've ever commissioned. I don't like commission lewd art typically. That was for like a subathon. So it's an animated wallpaper you can have on Steam. You can download it for free. Yeah. So we got that wallpaper, and so it's a little, you know, it's not super lewd, but you know, it shows undies and booba. But it that was it was a thank you for our very first subathon. It was an appreciation.
It's really good. I like that design. It's just really, really good. And it caught my eye. I was like, oh, snap. I remember that I dropped by Harper's stream a couple days ago. Oh, so I will already see you. See?
I like that you love the tummy. That makes me happy.
Yeah, it's a good tummy. He's a good tummy. So let's go through this next question for you, and we'll end it off very soon. If you could live in any video game world, what world would it be? I also enjoyed my time there. Comfy street. Very comfy.
If I could, video game world, which one would you choose? I believe I answered this recently in chat. We what did I say? It was something somewhat normal. Shoot, I don't remember what it was
like
again.
Stardew Valley?
No, it was like, oh, I said, oh no, that was anime. That was totally different, I guess. Honestly, if it was a video game world, I would probably pick something like, something like, kind of like, honestly, let's go with like a world, like a Sonic world. Just because it's very, you know, outside of the critters, it's a very normal, but then you've got that little bit of unusual fantasy element to it.
That'd be cool.
Because, you know, yeah, not too, you know, you're not in a whole other world, but it's just a little bit, it's enough to make it a lot more exciting.
It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. Not too crazy.
Yeah.
A little bit different. All right. So, someone redeemed the Forbidden. So, you know how you have an auto for your stream?
Oh, yes.
Well, from having so many VTubers on my show, I have to get better at my auto-autos. So we have an auto stream redeem as well. I have to do it, and I'm learning.
Okay.
I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to get better at it. So can you help me? Can you teach me how to do a good auto?
I can give you an example. So I have two. We call it the masculine and the feminine aura. So I will give you both. So we put on the toggles, and then we do. So I'll do the masculine first. The masculine everyone loves is the right? It's a little deeper.
Very breathy.
And then breathy. That's the secret. Or you go the reverse and you go
Oh.
And there you go.
That's very lewd. Very lewd. I love it.
There you go.
There you go, chat. You love that.
Yeah, chat.
I love it.
Yeah, the hoppers do love it. Yeah. What do you got? What you got though?
Okay, let me try. It will definitely not be as good as yours. You know, definitely not good. But I'm working on it. It's been a while since someone actually redeemed this. Usually we have one of my modders, Cookie, another amazing VTuber, on my streams, but she's been really busy lately and she hasn't been able to come on. She used to redeem this all the time. I love how I'm first noticed me. You have been noticed. But let me try. Okay, let me try.
Okay.
Well, which I try to squeeze my Adam's apple to lower my pitch. I try.
I think you're onto something. I think with a little bit, little bit
practice,
more,
practice.
you'll get it.
Okay. Well, then you guys have to redeem it more often, and I have to practice.
Honestly, that literally is it. Obviously, so being a VTuber, it's a little more of a common thing. So mines aren't like as expensive for points, but like you the more they redeem it, like the more practice you get in. I mean, it's just like anything else, right?
Yeah, true.
You'll nail it more.
We'll do. And thank you, Owl. Top tier. You know what? As long as it's top tier in your heart, you know, then I think I did
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Hey, so if you could collab with any VTuber out there, no matter how big or small, who would you like to collab with?
I mean, easily, I could give you 3 easily.
Do it.
Iron Mouse, Lord Aethelstan, and Neanners. They're my. Those are the 3 I watch the most.
40K.
I almost want to say number 1. Obviously, I said earlier, Iron Mouse is like the inspiration for me and everything.
No.
But like, Lord Aethelstan, like, holy shit, that dude is a bro. He's cool.
Hey bro. He does have bro energy, definitely.
Yeah, I literally well, I found him through an Iron Mouse stream, and then he was like on there, but they didn't really, and then I looked him up, and then I heard one of his songs that he produced, because he makes like comedy songs, but he's talented, right? And that's when I knew. I was like, yeah, this guy's cool as fuck.
This guy's cool. I like this guy. This guy's cool. I can see you and him definitely hit it off very well. Definitely.
Yeah, he's
cool.
Cool.
Time for Trickos Auto training arc. No.
There you go.
Owl, don't redeem more. No, I can't do more. I didn't know you had 40K points saved up. Oh my god.
Sheesh.
Been looking. All right, let me try one more time, and then we'll say less. No, say less. Let me try one more time. Okay. Let me do a little more squeeze this time. Order. Try to put a little more breathing in that one.
Yeah, there you go. The breathing, I think the breathiness is key.
Okay. I'll have to write that down. Breathe with adas.
Yeah.
Love it. Good go. Okay. I will get better. I will get better.
Hell
and
yeah.
Harper, next time we hang out, I'll have the best ada.
You'll impress me. You'll blow. Yeah, you'll blow us away.
I will definitely blow you guys away. Definitely. All right. What's your current goals for streaming?
My current goals. So, man, I was trying to get 2K before my 1-year anniversary, and we actually just hit 2.1K.
Nice. Congratulations. Very good. Good.
Thank you. My current goal, honestly, is it's kind of a long-term goal. I do want to eventually get to partner. I don't think that'll, maybe towards the end of the year, maybe the year after, but honestly, it's hard to pick a singular goal because I'm so like happy right now. Like,
you satisfied with what you're doing right now?
Like, yeah, and it's I see, because I do look at it. I see it's just it gets, we're going at a nice steady pace. The hoppers have gotten bigger and bigger. Like, our Discord is like active through the day and stuff. It's like, it makes me so frogging happy to see. Like, it's crazy. Like, the next goal, 2.5K. If we hit 2.5K before my anniversary in July, that'd be amazing. Like, short term.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That would be actually really cool. I like that. All right. I bet you can do it. Like, knowing like how chill you are and how entertaining you are, I could definitely see you be partner. Just whatever you do, don't get partnered too quickly, because I've met some really amazing people who became partnered way too quickly, and I fell off. And they get stressed by all of it, and they like quit their jobs. They think they can do it for so long, and then after a year of doing it, they lose the amount of people. So just watch out when it comes to partner. Just watch out for it.
Yeah, I don't even, man. The fact that I even make, like, I'm not even complaining. I make money doing it now to go back into the channel is like crazy. I never would have ever imagined that. So like, yeah, I mean, I don't hate my job, so I do it on the side. I'm not even worried about that. I'd absolutely love to do it full time one day, but I'm not even tripping about that. That's like
good.
That if that happens, that's a Baja blessing. Like, I'm not even, that's not even in my brain. Like, if it happens, I will be ecstatic. I will cry, and I will love it. But like that's like I can't even fathom that right now.
You know what? Go for it. You know, like I think that's the best way to like handle it. Some people like go into streaming to go straight for a partner, but I think just having a good time, having fun, and then just see how things go as time goes on is probably the most healthiest way of doing it.
Oh,
It is the best.
absolutely. Because like how we talked about earlier, like how I said, like you can't ignore it. You have to think about it, about like how to get people in, like what what do they like and stuff. It's you totally look at that, but that can't be the only thing. For instance, some games I play, I know they're gonna not perform nearly as well. The thing is, I want to play it. I know some people are gonna like it, and that's what it is. You're having a good time. Like it's I think of it like art, right? So performing, right? It's performing, right? It's creating content. It's like art. It's art. With art, do you think an artist, at age 10 sits there and says, I'm gonna make money drawing, and then they draw their stick figure, right? No, you do it, and then if you get good enough at it, then you get blessed and get paid. You know what I mean? You can't think about the money. You can't do that. It's awesome when it happens. I'm super thankful. I'm not gonna pretend like I don't appreciate it, right? And it doesn't help me, but you can't have your eye on that prize. Like if that's what you're doing it for only, you might be able to be successful. You probably, you know what I mean? You probably can, but you can't that can't be how it is, man. You can't just think about that.
You can't. You're 100% correct on that. Definitely agree. Go. Yeah, no. Bye, Owl. I think you already left, but bye. And I need to be, so I like this comment, try embracing your actual voice tone. Don't force too much of it, and just go breathely. And I think that you can be your signature ada. Sincerely, an ada connoisseur. So thank you.
Yeah, Derry does know what he's talking about. Yeah,
I'll definitely.
That's true.
But definitely, I like it. I will definitely try my best. Appreciate the help. But yeah, no, 100% agree with you. Like, that should be on like a post when someone joins a VTuber like community and wants to become a VTuber. That should be the first headline that should be given to them when they first start. Yeah. So I think that's a healthy way to do it.
Yeah, and just because it's related, I'll throw this in here too. For if there's anybody ever listening who wants to be a VTuber, I got a model, like a live 2D model, kind of early, right? Like, not gonna lie. But you don't need that. I streamed for three months as a PNG tuber. Like I feel a lot of people think that they need to dump like 3K and get fancy stuff and have, the Iron Mouse level assets on day one. And then, you see them unfortunately like selling their stuff on Twitter, and because, because the model is a big thing. I get it. It helps people. It catches their eye. You might be trending for like a week or whatever. But the thing is at the end of the day, you have to be able to be comfortable and entertain people. And even if that model pulls people in, you have to be able to maintain it with being who you are. And a lot of people try to put on a character and stuff, and like you don't need to do all that. Just get yourself a nice little PNG. There's tons of good artists who make awesome PNGs. Pay $50, cost of a game, and just stream. Have a good time.
Yep.
And if people show up and you're having fun and you legitimately are enjoying what you're doing, then get yourself a model. But it's unfortunate to see, especially during that boom that VTubing had.
Yeah. Like, you actually answered my last question right there. Like, do you have any advice for those who might want to get into streaming or VTubing? You pretty much answered it perfectly right there. But yeah, no, 100%. Just go out there and just have fun. Just enjoy yourself. You don't need the $8,000 VTuber model to get like super crazy popular. Just get something. Get your design. Get your personality out there in a model. And if people just like your personality, like your jam, then they'll stay with you. And then if you find yourself want to keep doing it, then you can invest in this a little bit more. Yeah. But just try it out. Have fun. So I think people should have more fun. I think people should have more fun in life.
Because I think, and again, it's I think what it is, right, is there's a lot of up and coming VTubers who are a lot younger, you know, and I think they see like the trending stuff as success, which for a long time I thought it was too, but when you really look at it, like a lot of the time people who only trend because of like their cool design and stuff, they like if they fall off like really harshly, and I feel really bad because I you know you would get upset and be like, damn, like what am I not doing right and stuff, but then you look at that kind of stuff and it's like, wow, like I can't imagine like how like the voice in the back of my head, like if I went from like 400 people like for like a month to like 40, you know what I mean, which is still higher than me right now, you know. I'm getting there, but like I mean that's gotta kind of get to you, so like I really feel for them, to be honest.
But right now it's a big problem.
Yeah, and it's a popular thing in the VTubing space, and you know if you watch your 5 seconds of fame, then you know that's fine, but I know a lot of people want to do it long term, and it's hard to see that and be like, man, I got to do that too, right? But a lot of the time, like Iron Mouse, right? Iron Mouse talks about it all the time. You don't need to do none of that shit.
Nope.
She talks about streaming for months and months with like 1 to 4 people watching her, you know. It's about slow and steady. It's about building a community, and meeting a lot of cool people along the way. And yeah, it's just an unfortunate thing. It's sad to see when someone gives up and they're trying to sell their stuff, you know, because I feel for them, man. And it's easy, especially when you're younger, to see that blink of success and think, oh man, they must be doing like really good now. But unfortunately, that's not what happens most of the time.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Like I've had people on my show who have like really cool designs, who are really like looking forward to it, and I always like to look back on all the people that I've interviewed, and I'll see what they're doing, and a lot of them have sold their model and like stopped playing, and it makes me sad because like they were so like enthusiastic and they were so excited, and then now like whatever reason they had to stop, and I feel bad.
Yeah, and I think again, tying into the age thing, I think it's a lot of younger individuals who maybe they use like some of their college funds to get in there, because I get it. I mean, I'm not like calling out, because I did the same shit. I bought video games, you know what I mean, like you know, it's just a different time or whatever, but like you know, then you unfortunately you need like income, so then you need a job, and then unfortunately some people get tiring jobs and they don't have the energy to VTube, you know what I mean? So I think it's just one of those harsh realities too, you know?
Yeah, being an adult sucks.
It does. It really does fucking suck. You
Too
don't
late.
get to explore your passions. I went on a rant the other day about Dragon Ball Z Gohan. That's why I love Gohan so much. He's you know, you watch Dragon Ball Z, you see Gohan, he's a little kid, he ages with you, right? As you're getting older, he gets older, and then he gets he's getting hyped to maybe be a protagonist. He's cool, he's almost as cool as his dad, and then what happens? He falls in love, he has to get a job, and then he doesn't get to do his passion, which is fighting, very often. Every once in a while he gets a glow up, and so the normie in us is like, oh my god, he's like us, he's getting the chance, he's one of us, but then he's got to go work again. You know what I mean?
So relatable. Gohan is the most relatable of all of them.
Yeah, and what Azuri said too, it's a bigger discipline. It's a bigger discipline, because again, you're having fun, it's awesome, but at the end of the day, it is taxing, you know? You're doing stuff.
Yeah, like you said, like when it comes to League of Legends, it's not the same, but like you get off work, long day, and then you go right into streaming, and even and streaming is definitely can be really relaxing, and you definitely enjoy yourself, but it still takes a lot of tone off of you, especially when you turn off the camera and you just like, you know, it's just done for the day.
Like that's why I'm super grateful that people enjoy me as me just being chill. Like that's why when I went into this, because I've practiced and I can do, you know, more practice would make it more perfect, but a more feminine voice, right? But the thing is, when I was going in, I was like, I want to just be myself, because if I'm myself, then I could just do the shit all day, right? Because I'm not putting anything up. Not that there's anything wrong with putting a voice. There's plenty of VTubers who do a different voice. That's how they want to be perceived. But that is it's more exhausting than you think. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Even
no.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like I can't relate with it, but I will
Yeah.
definitely say that I 100% support the be who you want to be.
Oh yeah.
And if you
Mm-hmm.
want to be chill, relaxing, go for it. I think that's actually probably the most healthiest way of doing it. If you feel like you have to have a voice changer or you have to change your voice to do what you want to do, then do it.
Exactly.
Go for it. You don't do what you want to do. But you have no idea how many like people have like started off as that and then they go back to their normal one. Like Scuffy.
Oh yeah.
Everyone knows
Yes,
like
that's
Scuffy.
a big one.
Yeah, Scuffy had like really like ooh woo voice for the longest time, and then she's like, yeah, nah, I'm just chilling now.
Yeah, cause again, like it is awesome. Like, go be you. If that's what you want to do, go do it. No one's telling you not to do it. I know some people say don't do that shit.
Yeah,
I'm
don't
like,
listen to
no,
them.
let
Just do who
yeah,
you want.
let them be who you want to be. But you do have to take into consideration that even if you are being the ideal you by talking like that, it is taxing on you, and so it might affect like you might start getting tired when you're streaming. You know what I mean? That's why I say like me streaming now is just I'm doing the same thing I did with friends in Discord. I just turn the thing on and I'm chilling.
Yeah.
And some people that bothers them, and then we get the Harper guns. We tell them to leave,
Harper
but
guns.
you know it's what we're doing. You know.
No, I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. And I think that's why I can see you definitely like get there and like, be like one of the popular ones out there and be like a partner if you want to go for it. Because I think you'll grow naturally and you will actually have people want to join you and just want to watch you for you being you. And yeah, that might take a little bit longer than like people who like has that like ooh woo voice who like knows exactly plays the most popular games, stuff like that, and they know how to get big. They might grow too fast and then they hop off because they're too burned out. I think you will grow a lot more natural, and I feel like that's the best way to grow. Because if you do that, you will have people who want to watch you for whatever you want to watch. Like that's it. That's all you do. You do what you want to do. I have a VTuber friend of mine who's right now, she's been streaming for 2 years, and she's like saying that she wants to just stop everything because she doesn't see any growth. And I told her, well, you're not playing what you want to do. You're trying to catch people. You're trying to catch all the games that's like popular, and you get a whole bunch of people jump in, but then they'll leave because they want to watch other people. Like, you need to play the games you want to play and then just enjoy.
Absolutely, because that's what I said about like when I. Like, okay, like I'll even say it. Like, I streamed a game called 30XX, which is like an indie game. It's a roguelike Mega Man X game. Super niche. Not a lot of people know it. Not a lot of people are gonna watch it. And so, like, for the first half of the stream, it was like really, really low. The thing is, you gotta have fun. People and people complimented me during that stream about like how passionate I am about that stuff. Because you gotta be the passionate like. The passion comes from you and your own interests. Like forcing yourself to play shit you don't want to play just because it's trending is not going to make people like want to watch. Or at the very least, they're going to watch you, and then as soon as you play something else, they're done with you. You know what I mean?
No,
and it's yeah, because it's like I like trip over myself and then I start losing my train of thought. But yeah, it's you got to do what you got to do. Like if you follow it, like for instance, Resident Evil 4, right? It's gonna be super popular. It's my stream probably will not pop off that day. Everyone and their mother will be playing that game. However, I personally really want to play that game.
Yep.
So I'm gonna do it anyways. You know what I mean? But if I had no interest in Resident Evil 4, and I bought it just for the fact of trying to get people to watch me on that day, then it's a bad idea. Because one, you're not gonna enjoy yourself maybe, and two, the people who are only there for that, they're there for the game that they can't necessarily buy right away, or the game they're waiting to get physical or something. And it's just one of those things. Like it's good to drop on trends when it's within your expertise,
Yeah, like a good example of that is like Genshin. I love Genshin, and I jumped on it when it was really popular, but I played it because I just thought it was really fun, and I was able to get a lot of followers just from that game alone. But I still see them come in my streams every now and then, and I think it's because I'm just vibing kind of person who has a different view.
Yeah.
All the big Genshin streamers out there is like kind of criticizing the game because again, you've heard of it. You know, there's no end game,
Yeah.
so they're burnt out. They did
Yeah.
everything they could do, and now they are bored of the game. I'm over here like, holy frick, I love the voice of Dia, you know, like all this kind of stuff like that, you know? Like I find new things to enjoy about it, and like I feel like that helps it out immensely.
Yeah, and it's like a game that doesn't like I like that I don't have to. Okay, so I play FF14. You do not have to by any means stay up to date all the time with your gear unless you want to raid and stuff. But I hate like weekly things where like I don't do 5 dungeons this week, I can't get my armor or something. And Genshin, I literally like I fuck off and do whatever.
Yep.
Like I don't have to keep up with anybody. It's a game constantly updated. I'm in my own little world, and then I play co-op with my boyfriend a little bit, maybe someone else, and then that's it. Like you don't have to do anything.
Yep.
It's just
true.
Yeah. And a little bit of advice, and I got this actually from Alara, who I believe has been on your show before.
She has. She's one of my originals.
Yeah, she's awesome. I've learned a lot of tips from her. I don't personally know her, just from like her videos and stuff. But if you want actual advice on like for the chat there, like on what to stream, and if you want to like actually like get like some like I don't want to say viewers, but like try to get more attention. Alara in one of her videos points out you want like a game category that has like a decent amount of viewers, but not a shit ton. So like Resident Evil 4, right? It's gonna be a ton of people, right? Ton of people streaming it. It's an ocean, right? You want the lake where there's maybe like 10, 15 people, and then you know you're more discoverable. Because unfortunately, one of the things on Twitch that's really hard is discoverability.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Sully Gnome. Sully Gnome. Yeah, it's the website. That's what you look at. So you look at Sully Gnome, the website, and you look at trending, and you're finding the games that are like super top. You don't play those games, but you look for a game that you like, and you see the average view count, and you look at all those kind of things. Those are the kind of games you want to look for, apparently.
Yeah, and you know, some people think it's like taboo to talk about that kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, like you want to entertain people, so of course you want to like better yourself. You want to like make it so that you can find more people. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nope, 100%. You want people to see you, and you just want to get more friends and more community. That's pretty much it. Nothing wrong with it. Going back to what we were talking about before, I do want to mention Eco. Was talking about how it's kind of like going to the gym. You know, like you won't see immediate results right off the bat. You might be able to like take certain things that helps you out to get immediate, but it won't last very long if you stop. But if you keep slowly building it up as
time goes on, habit,
get the habit. That's going to help you out immensely. The model draws people in, but then your personality keeps them staying. That's what a lot of people don't realize. That you might buy like a $8,000 model, but if you're not used to streaming, if you don't have that personality, and you just want to get there just to get the model, you're going to get a lot of people to join you, but none of them are going to stay. But I feel like if you have that personality, you'll definitely get into it. Don't drink soda, eat the salad. But I like soda.
Yeah, I know.
Soda though.
No, that's good though. But yeah, no, absolutely, and that's why I highly like. Just do what you want to do, but at the same time, I get it. Like, you know, be wary. Don't not look at the things, you know, what's not trending and stuff. But at the end of the day, don't force yourself into anything. For instance, here's a good example I experienced like 4 or 5 months ago. We played what is it called? What's that popular? What the fuck is it called? What is that popular like where everyone's hot? Hades.
Well, the game that everyone's hot, I was gonna be like,
yeah. So you know Hades, right?
Yeah.
So ideally to like actually get the full story, you have to beat that game like 11 times or something.
Yeah, something like that.
So I beat it once, right? And then I beat it, and then I started a second stream, and I played a little bit. I did like one attempt. I died, and I was not feeling it. Like I loved the game the first time. I had an absolute blast. It was not forced. But then the second time, like I was like, it's like the same shit basically, except I'm gonna get story at the end. I was like, my brain is not there. Like I'm not having fun. I was like, we're gonna play something else.
Makes
so
sense. Makes sense.
I just left it in, I left that game in the dust. I moved on, and that's the thing. You have to be able to look at yourself. Like, are you having fun? If not, then the chat definitely feels that you're not having fun. They might not be saying anything, but if you're not having fun, you're not hyped. You're not. People can sense it. They can sense if you're not having a good time.
No, 100%. Like chat, somehow when we're not enjoying ourselves at all, and we're just jumping into a game just to play it. I think I did that with Apex. Like I was streaming Apex, and I was like losing every game. I was doing terrible, and I was like, let's go back to Genshin.
Yeah, Apex is a weird game for me because I want to really like it, but I could never get into it.
I mean, same here.
I don't know what it is.
I just don't have time to practice it. It's all about practice, and you just have to keep playing it, and I will get better with it. Like that's why I will always say is like if I played one competitive game and I got really good with it, I could probably be a really good player. But I don't have time. I just don't.
Yeah. Plus, I'm always kind of like I could just be I unironically love Fortnite, so that's like my battle royale choice. Ever since they introduced no build, zero build. I'm back in.
I can see that.
Because it reminds me of I used to play Uncharted multiplayer. And now that there's no build, it's a third-person shooter where you can climb and stuff, basically, which is basically Uncharted. So I'm living my best life.
Love it. That's good to hear. I love that little emote you have. We see all.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well. You know what? I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much. We actually went on to 3 hours. So thank you so much. Like Harper. We ended up having a really chill conversation near the end. We were hyped. We were frogging excited. And as time goes on, we got some serious talk. Got some really good conversations. And then now we're like, you know what? We're both tired. I think we're good.
Yeah, I had an absolute wonderful time. Thank you for having me. I got really excited when you reached out. I was looking forward to this.
Oh, thank you. I was super excited because I was like, I saw you and I saw your personality, and I was like, oh man, because you guys don't know this, but when I reach out to people, it's really up to you guys, the VTubers, on if they want to respond and want to come on my show, because I just want to talk. I just enjoy conversations with people. And I just love talking about VTubers and stuff like that. So when you are okay with getting a date down, getting a time zone down, and we actually sit down and talk, it's my favorite thing in the world, because I feel like that's really difficult to do nowadays. And I love the fact that you came in and you trusted me and you just sat down and talked and gave me your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Of course. Now, for everyone who's at home, who's just lurking, streaming, chilling, how are people going to find you? You want to show off your socials really quick?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So there's my Twitch. Thank you for linking that. That's my stream. We stream 6 days a week. I usually only take 1 day off, and that's my Twitter. I'm also very we're 100 away from 5K on TikTok. Kind of crazy. But you can find it there on my Twitter. I got everything linked via my card. But yeah, we stream 6 days a week, pretty much. Sometimes 7, just because I'm ridiculous. And
no burnout. Don't burn out.
No, I streamed. So we did a 80-day streak of streaming.
Wow.
I told chat, don't worry. I told them as soon as I feel like I need a day off, I'll take a day off. So I got to day 80 and I was like, yeah, I need a day off. so we broke the streak. I am going to do it again though. I'm in the process of moving. So a week after I move and I'm settled in, the streak is gonna be back. We're gonna go until I need another break. So I'm looking forward to that.
Can't wait to see it. I'll keep on dipping by while I'm editing my videos and be like, yo.
Yeah, hell yeah. Thank you.
Of course. And for those who are interested in checking out new VTubers, I do this each and every week where I interview a new VTuber. So if you'd like to, you can also follow me That way you guys can get your VTuber fill in if you guys like to. But we're going to raid someone. Do you want anyone to raid? Thank you, dear.
Yeah, sure. I can send you someone to raid.
Send me someone and I will raid them.
Yeah, let me copy paste this
Oh,
here.
girl, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. We'll have some really amazing people to interview, and my interviews are mostly super chill, as you can see. But the main thing is that I've been doing this for about 2 years, and I've been interviewing people each and every week for over 2 years now, and I will keep going. I won't stop until I go through every single VTuber out there, and I just love doing it. Yeah, so I think it's exciting. So if you're a VTuber and you want to come on my show, also just hit me up. I will also invite you.
Yeah, let's frog and go. Hell
let's
yeah.
Frog and go. I know, excited. So we're gonna go and raid this lovely playing Jackbox. So we'll definitely raid them. So thank you guys all so much for joining in. I really do appreciate it. Again, Harper, thank you so much for giving me your time to come on my show. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. And I hope you guys all have yourself a very nice day. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you guys next time. Harper,
have a great night.
Do not leave Discord yet, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Night.
Bye. Good night.